Hello, everybody, and welcome back to
532.
tonight's episode with Ginton Dice. So please, why don't you go ahead and pull up a chair, grab a drink, and sit down with a bunch of us nerdy friends who likes to yell out a bunch of random numbers, trying to get me to
500.
mess up
82.
as we go sit at a virtual table to play Dungeons and Dragons.
69.
Ooh.
Guys, I'm glad to be back. I hope everybody else is glad to be back. Oh god, what is this bright light? I forgot about this whole thing.
Bright light,
I
bright light.
was wondering what I was missing,
Don't fly
and
towards the light.
it was this light this entire time.
You'll get
Hello, Claire.
electrocuted. Don't fly towards the light.
I'm I'm booking it straight to the light. I'm not staying around any longer.
It's too late, man.
No, but for real, I'm glad that we're back. It's been a while, but
It's very
you know,
greasy.
I
I
hopefully.
shouldn't open this.
Oh god. While
It's like
somebody.
the most greasy thing I've ever touched. I'm very concerned for my health now.
I mean, you're American, you're fine.
So Clay,
Yeah,
is that what the next advertisement is?
I'm
Sure,
sure you-
summer sausage. You go and get you one. It's very greasy and very hard to open.
But how big is it?
It's smaller than
Peter
me.
sized.
That's not a good advertisement.
That's a small Peter.
That it's smaller than me. More needs said, I guess.
Feel summer sausage, man.
Okay. Yeah, please stop by your local grocery store and grab some.
It feels like the sort of meat you would put on a charcuterie board for the people you didn't like.
What's a charcuterie board?
It's like a.
Do
Yeah.
you mean a
it's just a-
smorgasbord?
Yeah, sort of.
You
But
mean a
like,
smorgasbord,
It just
right?
has bread,
Yeah.
cheese, and crackers.
Okay, so a smorgasbord.
Or I meant meat.
Okay.
Meat, cheese, and crackers.
I-
I said bread, cheese, and crackers.
I don't know where we're going with this.
It's a very plain
Nope.
board.
Well,
Red
thank
cheese
you
and
for-
crackers.
Thank you for stopping by. I hope you all have a wonderful time.
we're gonna go into a conversation of 4 hours with crackers and bread and sausages.
This isn't the worst conversation we've started a game with, though, to be fair.
Can you stop waving your sausage at the camera like that? It's intimidating.
I could wave something else that's even more painful to hit.
No.
Even curved.
Oh god.
Oh,
It's
that's
got
not
a
good. You might need to go to a doctor for that one.
Okay. Let's.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that's enough.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna.
enough panic shapes on the stream.
Right before we get
It's
somehow.
not the worst we've started a game with still.
It's not, but still. It is getting right up in there. Why don't
This
we
has
go
gotta
ahead?
be in the top 3.
Why don't we just go ahead and get this started before something else pops up?
Oh hell no.
I think it's too late. I think we just end here for the night.
Alright,
Oh
that's
my
it. Thanks
God.
for coming.
Yep.
No, let's. Why don't we go ahead and jump in on this? On to tonight's episode. Whew, of the Aztec trials. I ain't gonna remember a single thing, guys.
What's my character's name?
No
So
one knows.
I think. Mine's Will,
where
right?
where we last left off, you guys recently were coming across the ocean. You guys had started a journey that was almost introduced to you guys at the very beginning about this cursed jewel. And over time, you guys have discovered that it just led to something far more dangerous, being the sphere of Oasis. But near the beginning, it was uncertain what it does until this chaotic nature from the orb slowly affected you all over a period of time and kept getting worse and worse. Finally, you guys were able to sail across the ocean to Mila, the nearby continent, and was able to return the sphere back where it belongs. Now that that part was taken out of your guys' life, you guys decided to head back to Oztec in hopes to start your next adventure. But unfortunately, during the journey back, you all were ambushed by a bunch of sea folk who took not only the captain of the ship, but a dear friend, Akuma, who you guys lost and was unable to retrieve. You guys had a kind of like a at sea funeral and sailed your way back. Instead of heading to the Seacoast River where you guys took off from, you guys kind of went closer to the bottom and tried kind of like flying your way up onto the land, going through the Southern Rise and entering Fupolis. There, you guys uh, met with a very fortunate, for what you guys have done, friend, Ore, who was already showing signs of a different life, who appreciated what you guys had done for him, uh, and is already trying to make a new life that you guys gave him. He agreed with Zoe to help him head to the Bonestino Key in search of the lantern that he's been looking for. As uh, as he goes and does that, you all walked outside to see a very familiar face. Teller, more of aged, walking around possibly like with a cane or a staff of sorts, surrounded by two or have two around him, one of a younger looking and one of a more of like a middle aged full bulk that you guys have never seen, as they slowly approached you. So, Teller.
Orissa, Tay, good to see you.
Son of a gun, you're not dead.
Hey, Teller.
Where's
Surprising is.
Akuma?
Oh,
Hmm,
she, she didn't make it.
I'm sorry. And he's going to attempt to hug Tay. And probably put an arm out for Orissa.
Hey, let's him hug her.
Let me roll something.
Barnaby pecks Teller in the eye.
Orissa stabs Teller. He was a doppelganger all along.
I
He
believe
was an Oni.
He was.
I
He
think
was.
Arista's a bit standoffish.
All right. He'll just put his arm back down and just motion to the furbolg behind him to help him get back up from hugging Tay, and the two probably step forward and pull him back up to standing. And I didn't think I'd see you all again, to be quite honest, but it's you look like you're in better shape than I am. The reception is just
Sorry, okay. Let's get back into playing the game. I'm done messing around. I'm distracting people too much.
I didn't want to say anything. I just.
There you go. Let's stop the memeing.
I don't even know where.
Well, I'm more surprised that you survived, considering the last message I sent to you. The only response I got was screaming in pain.
I don't fully remember that. It was mixed in between torture and I remember faintly, but I also remember faintly seeing Lily. There's a lot of things I remember from being
Oh,
down there.
yeah, you probably remember her because she's responsible for it.
Yeah, last I saw, she was dead.
Yeah, not really. I mean, I guess we did kill her, but then
Oh,
then
Ace
she
had
like,
killed her. I'm pretty sure I remember that part.
oh yeah, but then I fucked up and then we
We
killed her
what?
again.
So
Exactly that.
she
We
came
fucked up
back
mm, and then we killed her again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things went really fucked up.
yeah, I've heard a little about what happened, and I've been told a little about how she came back.
Yeah, that's
And
why I said I fucked up, and then we
you
put
said
it back with
we, but
yeah, me and the people who helped me.
yeah. Person who told me about what all happened while I was gone is no longer on talking terms with me. So,
Mm.
what'd you say?
Stamina?
Yeah, Sona. We're not the friendliest of relations between us at the moment, but I said
No,
what
I
I
figured that.
said and I said how I felt. She didn't agree with that. Well, she didn't live as long as I did through what I lived through. She lived a different life with a different way and had different values.
Well, the reason why we didn't came for you, in case you wanted, was we had to deal with a artifact that was exerting its control over us, and we were trying to get rid of it. Also, it was terraforming the
The
thing.
sphere?
Mm. It's
Or the large one, the one that Ace had taken, the one that
no,
powered
no,
things,
no, a different one, like a
Different one.
completely different.
different sphere.
It's like a
Different one.
yay big relic of the
Doesn't ring a
gods.
bell.
No, you weren't there.
No.
Relic of the gods, or
We
a
found a
goblet.
gem that was about that size, and it had a
Yeah,
riddle in it.
Yeah, that led to that.
There was a lake and an island in the middle of the
Mm.
sea, or something like that.
Mm.
Remember the riddle?
Mm.
Blue on green on blue, something like that.
Aw. So we had to deal with that
Yeah.
shit.
And
It's
on our way
good to
back.
see you.
I mean,
suppose,
it's good. It's a bit. It's been a rough period the last few months
this is
for both of us.
yeah, probably for all of us. I see you've
Mm.
made a few new acquaintances. The
Yeah.
Leonid
Oh, this is.
and Air Genasi.
Oh yeah, this the. Oh yeah, the genie guy is Zoe.
Hello, I'm Zoe. I'm an Air Genasi, as you've said, and as they've pointed out. Are you the teller who I've been told so much about, carrying Onis, and all sorts of different, talking to cannibal spiders or something like that? I think I was told about one time, and
They're not
a
cannibal
few other
spiders.
stories.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, they weren't cannibal spiders like Orissa said. They were just regular Well, they were giant spiders, but like more regular than what you've made them out to be. I did carry an Oni. Not my smartest decision. Kind of led to what's happening up here, and he like points to the top of his hair where there's like none left. Where before there was just a bald spot that the Oni had pulled out. Now like the whole top is bald and the sides is all he has left. Kinda led to that. Wasn't exactly. I didn't realize it was an Oni at first.
That would make a lot more sense. That really would. This is, as you were pointing out, our other friend, Alec. Kind of my nemesis.
Nice to meet you, Alec.
Nemesis.
That was
Only in my
Zoe.
dreams.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
But nice to meet you. It's nice to meet the two of you. I'm glad that these friends of mine have at least been talking about me while I was gone. Glad I wasn't forgotten. Bit comforting. I was a little worried that I might have been, but the message that I faintly remember did help with that. Well, my friends here are, well, only one of them's from my tribe. This is Podan, my grandson, and a tall, somewhat lanky Furbolg to one side of him waves. And this is Joseph. It's Rex, right?
Yes.
This is Rex. He's the leader of one of the other clans of Furbolg that had been trapped, and basically one of the other leaders of our current little group.
You can see like he's more, like I said, of a middle age, but like built as a warrior. Um, you can see like a little bit of scars that's on him, and he just does a slight little nod to you all.
I managed to track down where they were kept at, but got myself caught. Turned out I'm not too good at combat. Who'da thunk it?
Well, I mean,
I got one spell that's useful. He casts sleep just on like where our group is standing, and it doesn't really affect anyone because
That's fine.
it's worthless. Or he like goes to cast it, and you see nothing happens. It's I've kind of lost my spark, as you could say, I guess.
Oh, I can say that we have upgraded quite a lot since then.
I see Tay is no longer blue. It's very good.
yeah,
Wasn't she black?
No, she was
Whatever.
technically gray.
Dark.
grayish.
Somewhere in the
Dark gray.
between.
Sorry.
Somewhere in
You
between.
also have some new glasses and a new hat since I last saw you.
Oh yeah. You know what the hat does? And I turn into another Tay, but like a taller version of Tay. Aha.
I transformed too, but sadly I've lost that spark as well.
Unlucky.
It's a little bit.
Turn back into myself.
Glad you guys have found your way, and why don't we go sit down and eat, and maybe I can rest a little. I'm pretty tired. He like
Oh, we also.
motions to get some support under his arm.
Rex kind of he helps you a little bit. He does kind of like lean in a little bit, whispers in you, and he's like, Maybe another time. You do need some rest, and we have a little bit more importance on trying to
Oh,
reestablish
that's
the village down below."
we'll catch up another time. We have important business. We're staying over that way at the moment in a tavern over there. It won't be too hard to see a bunch of Furbolg hanging around. But
We'll pop in.
we have some business to attend to. It was nice seeing you guys.
If you need help,
Yeah,
just
good.
ask.
Rex kind of
Yeah.
nods again. And he helps you again, and kind of slowly is leading you, but not pushing you in a direction. So
Well, he was way weaker than you all made him out to be. I feel lied to.
I mean, what do you think when you get torches for fuck knows how long?
No, I've never been tortured for.
I mean, I can torch you
any
if you want
time.
me to.
I'd rather not.
Not to mention, like, I can probably get more creative than they did.
Somewhat weak.
I have some kinks to work out.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, I would not purely attack the body, but it's fine. Anyway. So they are now here, but I'm still confused. I look at like, doesn't he like hate humans? Didn't he hate humans? And like, why are they working together with like?
I don't think he hated humans. I thought he just hated when humans were dominating things. I thought.
I mean, I guess we kind of fucked that part up, donating down here. Indirectly.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Well, who else do we need to talk to here? We've talked to Ore. Do we need to talk to the leader of the Soul Hunters? He mentioned
she's-
her. Is she around?
I don't think she's here.
All right.
I
Is
mean,
there anything else
and-
we needed to do?
I don't think. I think I checked in on her at some point when we were traveling back, and she wasn't here. She was somewhere else.
You checked. I think you guys were still on the boat, and
Yeah.
she told you she was currently. I think it was like really late or really early, and she was awake at that time and was like, "I'm currently in the middle of like leading like the."
Ooh. So that means she's here as well.
Yeah, she was
Sounds like-
leading Teller and the rest of the Fourbolgs that they managed to get into the city, but it was like a continuous travel type thing.
Maybe we could look for her, see if she's somewhere here.
Yeah, we could.
I mean, where would she be?
Or
Looks
if
around.
somewhere where
we probably know. We should probably
Probably
go back in and ask him.
probably nowhere near Teller, to be honest, if those two aren't.
I mean,
really
yeah.
have
So
a speaking
probably not.
term.
Where did they go again? Down there. Okay, so she's not over there.
Probably the opposite direction then, since they're
Looks
not
into town
far.
again.
Yeah.
Like kind of like where Teller pointed, it's more closer to the gates. Um, any of the buildings that are more closer to the gates, in a sense, I guess you would say more northern of the city to almost start leading downwards. They tend to congregate more in that area that you'd see Volbolgs, but the civilians or other non-Volbolgs you tend to see within more of the city. I mean, you see them interacting. It's not like they're avoiding them by any means. It's just, it's almost like they are kind of just sticking to their little area at the moment.
I guess we just go look around in town. I mean, we could ask a guard if they've seen Sona. I mean, she's someone who sticks out. Sort of like we stick out.
Yeah, we could.
Is that what you guys go
I'll
do?
just
Well,
go. I'll just go walk up to some random. I guess it's pseudo guard. Like I guess it's one of Ori's people.
Yeah, there's again, they're not like dressed in like metalish like armor. You more of just regular like clothing, but more a little bit of leather. You can tell that they're part like of the thieves guild because they have like bandages in certain areas that you wouldn't see like a normal guard had, and kind of keeping that old lifestyle. But the ones who are stayed, like again, who are doing guards and stuff like that, they're trying to somewhat adjust to this new lifestyle.
I just walk up to one of them and just be like, "Hey, have you seen Describe Sona?"
Oh,
You could always use your hat, or I could. And Zoe turns himself into looking like Sona,
I-
and then goes back.
I believe she was near the town hall. It's the last time I think I saw her.
Okay, thank you very much.
No, yeah,
Okay.
no problem.
Have a good day. Good day. And then turns around again, and then gets the fuck out of there.
He continues to like he's okay, fine. Kind of turns around and just continues staring out. Just you don't know what he's staring. He's just staring out.
Probably
Like a
watching
video
for the
game-
flying
video game
potato
guard.
monster.
Mm-hmm. Potato monsters
Guess,
is very
guess we'll go to
dangerous.
town hall, try and find Sona.
As
Potato monster?
Mm-hmm.
you didn't realize,
flying.
but they are very common in Foopolis.
Mhm.
As you guys travel to town hall, just kind of getting close, you can already start to see Sona more on the outside. It looks like she's just talking to a couple of people here and there. Whoever's like kind of coming up and asking her questions, she's looks like she's maybe trying to order around a little bit, but you can see her just kind of like right outside of it.
I was like, we just walk with purpose, like just, straight line. If people are trying to get in our way, get the fuck out of here.
Do you have any going? Come out of my way. Okay.
Hey, push the no,
Have you seen
they get
my-
pushed to the knee level. They get pushed to the knee level, not at the back level. The knee level, they get pushed away.
As you guys get closer, and it's not like she's like heavily surrounded by a bunch of people or anything like that. She kind of sees you guys coming. She's just already looks at somebody and looks like she probably told them something because like within this second they kind of start walking away, and she kind of takes a few steps to you guys' direction. She's, oh, well, I'm glad to see you all are here. I don't remember if you told her you're down one or not.
think we did on the message, right?
No.
I don't think so.
I could check
No.
the notes. I probably did write it down.
I
Uh,
I
probably
don't think we
didn't.
did. No, we didn't.
we'll go with you didn't. So she'll come up to you and just, well, I'm glad to see that you all have made it back in one piece and handled the orb thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's handled, but One Piece is a bit of a over exaggeration.
Well, I see you picked up a new ally and looks to you, Alec, and she's kind of like extends her hand out to shake yours and just, my name is Sona.
So he's a bit unsure what is like kind of common courtesy, but he does extend his claws back, I guess. And
It's like an awkward handshake, but she does though kind of like, I've never seen you before. Where are you from, if I may ask?
I'm in Leonin, and I'm not from this plane.
Okay. Well, I glad that you're on our team. Um, and you can see like she kind of like pulls out a little thing and like makes a note. Okay.
He kind of like pats on is it? I can't remember his character's name anymore. Clay, your character's name?
So
So,
I got Zoe. Kind of like
Hmm.
pats Zoe. It's like, yeah, this is a good team,
I'm
right?
also not from this plane. It's a really good plane. There's snakes on the plane I come from. I have no
heard it.
idea what
Can't have
happened last
snakes on
because
this
I've
goddamn
forgotten
plane.
everything.
she just stares at you, so like just stop.
Like it never, like Orisa just looks at her and never ends. If it's not that one, it's the other one. You know.
We played cards and there were snakes on the airplane.
Yeah, that was weird.
Well,
Normal snakes. All the other animals were messed up, but the snakes are normal.
well, what are you guys doing here? Just stopping by to say hi?
I mean, we needed to go somewhere, and this was like the only civilized part on this side of the continent at this point.
Uh, um, right. Speaking of that, I guess a couple of things first. Do you know anything about the that bright yellowish or like goldish like humanoid creature? Have you seen something like that?
Yes.
Things?
I can't remember his.
I mean, it tried to
Bakura?
it tried to kill Akuma and Tei over here, but I mean, Akuma got killed by something else.
Wait,
So I guess that's
Akuma died?
Yeah.
on our way back. We got ambushed by some serpentine snake fish people.
Thing.
Last I saw, she was giving 2 thumbs up, and then there was just blood in the water after that. And
I mean, it's impossible for us to catch people or catch them in the water. I mean,
That's
out of spells, out of everything.
that's a pretty big loss. I'm sorry. For real.
And I've given it a place. It's been a day or two now.
Well,
I mean, it is what it is.
I would like to say I'm giving more good news or something like that, but I think
Man, we're used to it. There's been a string of bad news for the past half year, I guess.
well, I mean, I guess this one
We're
isn't.
used to bad news.
Well, I guess this first one isn't technically bad, but that creature I was talking about, I think he or something like that. Well, he stopped by a castle. I think not necessarily too far from when you guys left. Um, Pretty much came in, announced that he is now the ruler of this land. I think, um, I already forgot his name.
Goro. I think it's
No,
Goro.
No.
the leader.
Voth. Uh,
Bah.
the one that rhymed with boss.
What does
Um,
boss have to do with this?
um,
Riddle? Did so meet boss?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Um,
They did in the north.
Did Alec?
No.
no, Alec did
No.
not.
Alec knows nothing. This is great.
Voth tried to step in and was sent flying into a wall,
Checks out.
but he didn't continue his rampage or anything. He pretty much just stated that and like it or not, and then he kind of left. Seemed like he was a little bit more of a hurry to get somewhere.
Probably went after because he was going after us after that.
That would,
Yeah.
I guess,
Did
would
we
make
I think
sense.
that I think that adds out time wise, right? Yeah. So he just after we left, and then he came, and then we met him like when we were like 2 days on the boat, something like that, 3 days.
Yeah, it's in a sense it was a sequence. He stopped there first, because it was kind of like on his way, and then he continued going after you guys.
I don't remember. Did we explain to Sona already about him killing Ace?
No.
I'm sure.
No.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
He's a piece of work. I mean,
you wouldn't happen to know a way to stop that, do you?
I have creative ways of stopping it, but that's not really feasible at the moment.
Well,
Do you?
I mean, I do.
Well, I meant
I always have. I
Yeah.
always have plans.
Well-
Oh, her.
Sona?
I haven't really had much time to solidly think about him. He doesn't seem like a threat, but at the same time, there is something off about him I don't like, and better safe than sorry. I try to at least ask you guys on what you think.
I mean, if you're ever gonna try and stop him, the way to stop him is to nullify magic, because he is a being made out of magic, in its rawest form. So
Well,
if you want to
you think
do
there's-
anything, if you want to do anything about him, it's disable the magic around him, and he's probably still probably physically strong, but kind of useless otherwise.
she kind of pulls out that little notepad and writes that duly noted. And well, the second thing is, well, I'm sure if you don't know by now, the kingdom is pretty much falling apart.
Didn't expect otherwise.
I think it was just recent when when I got word.
I mean, if this gold man has declared himself king, doesn't that make it his responsibility to make sure it doesn't fall apart?
I mean, I don't
He's
think
probably not a good king.
he has like a god
Probably.
complex. He has a god complex. Like, I am now the Lord Protector of this continent.
Like Ace.
Well, at this current moment, Voth went ahead and sent out the order to every lord of the cities and stated that the kingdom is pretty much no more. I think they're going to try to figure out something to do, but every city has the option to either try to relocate and to help do something else or stay and become their own thing. But at the current moment, every city is left to defend themselves. I've heard that there is some wolves kind of going through other cities, but it almost seems like they are acting like guards in a sense. So that might be, I guess, I don't know how to word it, a gift from Lucian as thanks to helping him do whatever. I don't know. But it seems as though they're more trying to protect what's not being able to be protected. But
I mean, I think he's just happy that the kingdom is disbanded, and I think that's one of the things he wanted to begin with.
Probably.
Not
Well,
mistaken, I think. And I think the people now have been sufficiently punished. I don't know. He's a weirdo.
well, my last thing I wanted to tell you guys was that we, I mean, we are the soul hunters. We try to go around and stop what normal people cannot stop themselves. We should not be held down in one region. If you guys needed to go anywhere else, you know, please feel free. Not that you didn't have a choice to begin with, but just making that statement. We should be trying to help as many others as possible. And if this Goro creature doesn't seem much of a threat, if he wants to rule over a, you know, half destroyed lands, then so be it. As long as he's not going to do anything bad, then at this current moment, we don't have a threat on our hands. So,
From what he told us, and from what he seems to be going after people who are threats or can be threats. So powerful people. So I think the common folk are definitely in the clear.
I think his exact words when he like left us was something about Akuma and Tay not being big enough threats yet, or something like that.
Yeah, I think I wasn't a big enough threat yet, but he wanted to kill them too. But I convinced him otherwise.
So
yeah,
my
that.
new goal is to not become a threat. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's how it was. He wanted to go ahead and eliminate Tay and Akuma, but was convinced out of it, and then pretty much gave a
But-
warning to Arissa that you will soon become a threat, and like we will probably be facing off if you continue your path. And so, and then he kind of took off.
I don't know if I would really trust him to not cause any trouble.
Probably gonna cause trouble in some way, but honestly, if he wants to be the ruler of this place and fight things, be my guest. I mean, I'm not really interested in. I mean, we did our part. We returned the orb. We defeated Lily. I think we've done our part for the time being.
I think you've done a little too much for your part, and I don't think I can thank you ever much enough.
I mean, we caused it, so might as well fix it, right?
I don't know if I need to like leave the Soul Hunters for this, but I've already talked to Ore and I'm planning to try to go look for someone, and I'll probably be gone for a good while doing that.
Why don't you keep a hold of it, because it's not easily
I
removable?
wasn't sure if this was like me doing something that's self-centered was like against the rules and I'd get
No,
punished or something.
no.
Okay.
It's just more of a symbol to the people who take the oath to try to do your best to help others. There's nothing wrong with pursuing something that you desire to be done. It's just we want to help those that cannot help themselves.
Once I find her, she'd probably be willing to take the oath as well and join up with us.
Take more the merrier. But I think you guys need a break. While
Well-
there's not much of a break going on with a collapsing kingdom, but
I
just
mean, we'll probably be on the road soon again. I mean, it's not gonna be a long break, and we're gonna go fight the Shadowfell in a different place because there were multiple things trying to fuck all of this over. So
we'll just
we
keep
have our aim set to the next one.
we'll keep in touch, please. If any of us, all of us, could do anything to help you all, we will. It's what we're here for. We're a family, brothers and sisters and all. So, but I've taken up too much, a little bit of your time, and unfortunately taken up a little too much of mine. I'm trying to help establish Frupolis. They're establishing themselves as their own city, but is going to try and help continue supplying other cities who are going to establish themselves as, you know, major places with food, and try to continue a trade. Um, I do not think Moscone is going to be much of anything. Kind of what we've done to the place and kind of shook its center to the core really hard. I think they are going to break and either come to Fupolas, go to Quarridge, or wherever else. I don't know about any of the others. So just keep that in mind.
And with that,
But anyways, and she kind of goes around and like either gives some of you a handshake or just kind of like a little hug, and it's just please be careful out there. Let's not lose more of ourselves than what we already have.
You as well.
Well, I'm looking to go gain a whole nother half of myself, so.
Well, be safe on your journeys. And uh, kind of starts walking away, and it's like this 5 feet she gets away, another person kind of comes up, and you can see like her shoulders kind of like, okay, what is the problem? And so she is doing that.
In a tree, can you get him out?
Would it be nice to cast a major illusion of her that just repeatedly says yes and okay?
probably
that
would
be
get
bad?
into more problems.
Probably.
Because I was like, hey, remember when you said yes and okay
I
to this
give her a
thing? And
break.
now, what?
True.
One person will come up. Can I start a fire?
We could
Yes.
we could
Another
just make
person comes up. Can I put out that fire? No.
It could be a version of her that just goes,
Come back tomorrow.
like I don't know. Or just say, maybe later.
Come back tomorrow.
Come
I'm
back
currently not
tomorrow.
available.
I mean, it would last for what, like 10 minutes? If you could get a
Yeah.
10-minute break, maybe go get a drink and some food. But
I'll be back in 10 minutes.
yeah,
Please leave a message.
it'll just be an image of her that goes, "I'll be back in 10 minutes." We could, hey, if she wants that, I could do it.
She could just not be there, but I don't know. I
True.
think she can't really do that.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Ah,
what are you guys doing?
So,
Is this where we
And-
would take that break?
I mean, I could role play talking to my parents, but I don't know how people interested are in like watching me talk to Joseph for half an hour.
Considering you had me talk
Knock
to
yourself
myself
out.
for like 10 minutes,
yeah, go ahead.
No,
I mean,
it's like
it's whatever you guys are going to do right after that conversation.
I think I'll do
you
the
know, like, go
quick.
find somewhere to eat. I
Yeah,
guess.
I'll do the quick check in with my parents. I'll save the explanations for
Yeah.
the break time. I'll go find
Yeah,
them. I don't know, but I
like-
think they said something. He said something about working on the land or something.
Yeah, you know, some of you who if was to go get food or all together, a lot of surprisingly food is not so like scarce because of more people that were coming in. It shouldn't. This place should never be scarce of food as they're the main people who grow it. But so it was kind of easy to come by some stuff. You know, not costly at all. Kind of asking around, you do kind of come across. Your parents are kind of more on the west side of Fupolas. They kind of have like a little. When I say little, not like not like a 10 by 10 patch farmland, but compared to like a huge crop, theirs is just one sizable crop, while others might have a couple here and a couple there. But you could see some of them out there, like in the field currently, just working and just helping out wherever they could.
So
They
did anyone follow, or are people getting food?
I guess-
I'm fine to follow.
Yeah,
I
no, I'm
can
just wondering.
follow.
Like,
It's more fun to
Yeah,
eat as
yeah.
a group. Why don't we just
Yeah.
do this
Yeah,
first and then
Alec
eat?
will stick with the group. He's
Okay,
a,
so yeah,
he's a
so-
group buddy.
I would say like you guys probably like walked and grabbed food and can just continue walking, eating it on the way as you ask around. But their place is not too bad. They were able to go ahead and stop for the day and come in and have a seat. It's not
It's probably
necessarily
still still eating chunks out of that week old goat leg.
Oh God, no.
Hold up.
God, no. I think that one got yeeted out quite a while ago.
What did I miss?
That
They bought like 3 goat legs and has just been slowly eating them like a week ago.
Who?
Tay.
Entirely Cole's character.
I mean, the goats aren't
Interesting.
that big. Goats aren't that big. I don't know.
I don't know.
Depends how big is Tay.
Joseph, would those legs still be around after 10 weeks? It's a small
No.
goblin.
No.
I mean, it depends if she nibbled on it all that time or not.
I mean,
But
she's a goblin. She can probably eat those things within the first 3 days.
Might be a little bit
Well, I mean,
moldy after a while.
one of them was a shrine I used on the ship that I left there, and it has bird shit on the crow's nest.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Gnawing on it after it was covered in bird poop.
No.
No, I left
that-
I left that one. I have two. I had one more. I got one
So
more.
their place isn't as big as they had in the capital, but it's at least decent enough where everybody still kind of has their own room. It's just a single
piece of goat
story building.
No.
If there's something specific you wanted to talk to them about.
Yeah,
When
just
she
more
offers
like.
the goat leg, Alec, could you just hold my lantern for about 5 minutes while I eat inside of it?
Don't forget to spin it around.
Okay, never mind.
Sure, I'll take it.
Nope, not going to eat in there now.
I mean,
You're
it's not
lost.
that bad.
You could have had a great ride.
Hey, I would like to see you get spun around inside of a lantern after you did it to me on the eagle.
It's not
I
that
I guess
bad.
Arissa would just plop herself down on the chair and just sit there and be like,
kind of,
You
Here we
know,
go
like,
again.
kind of like whatever you really wanted to discuss with them about, depending on all the stuff you tell them about.
I mean, I'm gonna say that
well-
for later. I think it's just more like coming home.
They
Or
they
you
kind
home.
of tell you of their event of when Basira kind of like rushed them all out. Um, it was kind of like very scared for them at the moment. But Basira was doing like a great job at keeping them safe, getting them to Fopolis, and then kind of instantly leaving and heading back to the capital. They've been wanting to try to make a trip back. They've heard it's safe now, but it's kind of like they're waiting for a more people to head back to the capital to just pick up things. Your parents are thinking either staying here or seeing where this whole like new location or new locating might happen.
Go
And
pick it.
Safety in numbers, as they say, right?
I mean, we're probably gonna take a small break. I can fly back and forth. It's not an issue.
But after that, it's been very different from working, with jewelry to working on the farm. But in some ways, a lot like all three of them are kind of like it's a little bit peaceful. Still missing your brother, and not really understanding what's happened to him. I think you at least told him he was still alive.
I don't know really what happened to him. We'll
they
see.
they did tell you, like if you see him again, just let him know to come home here. We miss him. But
Arissa just keeps her mouth shut about all that. She's just like, mm-hmm.
And then you probably put your hand over Zoe's mouth.
Do you even know? I
Is
don't
he
think
was
you
like-
know.
I don't remember.
Mm.
No, so never mind.
Anyway,
I think Zoe was there for that part, but I'm
you
not sure.
you kind of
Yeah, he
were,
was.
but you didn't really like. You were
Yeah, because I met Alistar's
you were
sister.
you were recently new to the whole group,
It was like my
Mhm.
first week.
so.
I was a new
Mhm.
recruit.
But yeah, that's kind of all they really talk about. Glad that you're doing fine.
doing fine is a big word, but
Glad to see a new friendly face, but they did question where the other face went to, and I assume you told them, and they kind of had like a little bit of moments of silence for that. But
and Arissa looks at the place. I could spruce this up a little bit.
I mean, you don't have to.
I mean,
It's
it doesn't cost me that much effort.
your sister instantly like, please, please, I cannot stand this cramped space anymore, and your mother's like, now
I mean,
stop that.
we can do some remodeling. We can improve, increase size. I mean, this takes some time. Also, and then she like props 100 gold on the table and shoves it in the direction.
Your dad's just like, um, that's that's a lot.
I have more. Don't worry about it.
Your sister's already like trying to like sneak her way into it.
Like she looks at her. Don't spend it all in one place.
But it was with a little bit of bad news. It's been at least another good reunion.
I mean, at least you're safe. That's the most important. That's the whole reason why I sent those messages to begin with, because I knew shit was going to go down. At least you put a stop to that for the time being.
Are you gonna be staying the night here or?
Yeah, I think we'll be. I think we're gonna take a break of all our bullshit for a while, but I'll be traveling around the continent.
Well,
I'll be coming here often. I mean, if you want stuff from the capitals, I can have a look, see what's left.
I mean, really, it's just to see if any of those,
What?
the gemstones and stuff like that could probably sell and put a good use to the city and just any personal belongings. To be honest with you, but
I can check what's left. I mean, I don't think there's many looters considering that most of the people are killed, so.
well, I mean, you don't have to, and it
I
just
mean,
kind of.
it's like it's on my way. It's like that. It's like when you have like, as she does like the fingers, when you have this, like things like that become a minor inconvenience.
All right, well,
It's like it's just a small detail where I want to go anyway.
We traveled between continents like twice. It's fine.
Hmm.
well, at least somebody's a traveler amongst the family.
I mean, not by choice, but yeah.
Well, as uh as more and more of the talks go on, and
Hmm.
you guys, unless anybody else has anything they wanted to do or talk about.
Rissa,
Hmm.
so for this break, are you
Hmm.
staying here? Are you gonna stay in Frupolis then?
No, I'll be traveling around a bit, learning things, fixing things. Why?
Yeah. No, I was just wondering.
I mean, I'll be here
I,
a bit of the time as well.
I think I'm. I think I'm gonna take the time to not be here until you need me. I guess
Maybe we could just say be back in a month.
we could go with that. What's a month, by the way? I don't know how many days that is.
50 days?
Is it 50 days?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the weeks are longer.
Yeah, it's 50 days every month.
10-day weeks.
Fuck,
Gosh.
you have more time. We have more time than I thought.
10-day.
I did.
So
Yeah.
let's say 40 days then, to not make it 50
Fo-
days. 40
40?
sunrises.
40 sunrises. Okay. All right. That yeah, that can work.
Then just meet back up here. And then from there we'll go set on our next quest. I mean, I assume so. You'll be going.
With Ore in about, I think he had said 3 days or so we'll leave.
yeah.
Yeah. So I do need somewhere to stay for those 3 days if I can just.
Because it's going to take him a moment to get the supplies and a little bit of men to help traverse back down there.
I mean, I'm gonna remodel this place anyway, so I can make you an extra room here for now. I'm quite sure my parents have no issue with that.
I mean, I could make myself an extra room here each day. Just it'll last 24 hours. I could go do that right now.
I mean, yeah,
add-on.
I'm talking about I'm gonna something more permanent than that.
Yeah, well, I could just make 2 whole extra rooms that last 24 hours for the 2 days I'm here.
I mean, you could do
Your
that too.
sister wants out of the cramped room she's in currently, like she said.
I guess we would be remodeling this house in more way than one.
Okay. Well,
Looks like it.
I can
as
literally go make it right now. It'll have a bed it'll have a cloth bed in it that's 5 feet long. Well, 4.5 feet long because the walls have to be so thick. But I mean, it'll be a relatively short bed, but be comfortable enough.
And guess we'll set off to our individual things.
yeah, well, as the uh, as the night gets on and you all kind of having a chance to just truly relax, and we'll say just even within the 3 days, go ahead and do that. To some, it's kind of like trying to figure out, if not all, how to relax. You guys have been on edge, on the attack, trying to gun after one problem and the next and the next, and it's like as you guys wake up the first day and then the second day and even the third day, it's kind of like you feel like you have to be going somewhere, like doing something, but when you stop for a minute, there's nothing to go do. There's nothing to chase after. Um, you could try to hunt down Goro, but it's where is he? Hasn't
That's
he hasn't been around to show himself since uh, the boat visit. Um, and so it's kind of like a wait and see. So as 3 days have gone by, I am going to go ahead and change something, and
Okay.
you guys can see it, but the people at home won't. Maybe one day they will.
oh no, we fucked up.
Oh my god, we did.
You'll die.
No, we didn't fuck up for once.
Yeah, this one I think is somewhat of an improvement. I mean, some of those other cities might not have seen it coming, which might not have been good, like Myth Hand, which is right there.
For
I
the
mean,
people, I will go ahead and show as well. Because why not, right? This is the new Mylar or Mila. This is they don't know it, but this is what has pretty much been terraforming over the past days that the group had left. So, as the third day arrived, you guys said your goodbyes to Zoe as he uh, starts to head off with Oray. There's a little bit of people going with them, but they're expected to get a lot more from Scony. Um,
I will say there would have been that first night, once we were back in safety in the beginning of the break. Alec, you would have had a dream. You wake up back on the boat. Just
No.
a sudden start to out of your slumber.
Why?
You woke up on the boat. You gonna do anything with that?
Sure. He will have a look around, see what's going on. Why is he back here? Kind of questioning everything.
Alright. You stand up. You see your friends are around you asleep. There's also like a table with like a glass of water that was probably set out. And
Oh yeah, Alex feeling a bit thirsty. I guess he'll go drink some of that water.
okay, you reach down to drink the water, and as you're reaching down, your hand comes into like your peripheral vision, and your hand's a potato.
God damn it! Can't
As you
escape these
scream, all
blasted
of your friends
potatoes.
in their hammocks all turn towards you, and when their heads turns towards you, their faces are potatoes.
he's going hard with this. Alec is probably going to end up slightly what's the word?
All of your friends turn towards you, and their faces are potatoes. Do you just
All my
stand there
friends are
stuck between your
potato.
friends?
PTSD from potatoes.
So, I guess he just kind of loses it and starts hitting everything potato with his potato hands.
After running around hitting everything, do you run upstairs? Up on deck of the ship?
Does he really want to? Has he smacked all the potato things downstairs first?
Yeah, you've turned your friends' faces into mashed potatoes, and
Oh,
your hands are
delicious. Nice.
still firm potatoes, because
He's gonna grab the glass of water between his two potato hands and take it up on deck.
Alright. As you go up on deck, the ship itself seems fine. The ocean, you look out on the ocean, it looks fine, but as you look upwards to the sky, the moon is a giant potato.
What have I
Okay.
done to deserve this?
So in his absolute fit of rage, he launches that glass of water as far as it can possibly go.
You watch the glass of water go up towards the moon and then start arcing down. And as you watch it come down, you notice that the ocean that this glass of water is landing in is made of just potatoes, rolling waves of potatoes.
Oh my god.
And as you're like looking out onto the ocean, you notice the boat itself has turned into one giant potato that you're standing on in this ocean of potatoes.
Oh, my face hurts.
Okay, so
Well,
Just like
he decides to climb up to the what's it called? Crow's
The
nest.
potato. The
It's just a
potato's nest.
potato. There's no crow nest. You're just on a giant potato.
oh god.
Well, he climbs as high as he can, and he throws himself off because he's
Into
done.
the sea of potatoes. You sink into the darkness of potatoes.
He's done with potatoes. He wants out.
End my life.
For the rest of your 8 hours, it is just you falling into potatoes. Because the nightmare can last 8 hours as long as I don't try and deal damage to you.
Okay, so he's just spinning in potato.
I stay up the whole night
infinity.
just to do this.
you
He's
wake
spinning in potato infinite.
you wake up and you like go find Morpheus. No, I want the blue pill, please. Just I don't want that.
Forget.
I want to just instantly get out. It's only been one day. No, man, I just want out.
All I will say is Alex gonna wait for that moment you're back in your lantern, and he is swinging you as much as he possibly can, and he is launching you to the moon instead.
I will say there's probably an opportunity where something like that might occur.
He'd probably go
Fantastic.
to Ginton at least once for a short rest. Or
But-
in wherever
Well,
his
before-
makeshift room was, he probably went into his lantern to start taking a long rest after he woke up. Or after you woke up after that 8-hour period.
Well, before that, I would go and talk to Zoe about something important.
Okay.
Potatoes.
Probably not.
No, not that important.
Not
God
potatoes.
damn it.
Uh, hey, Zoe. I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, before you leave, I thought I'd get your help with something. I, I get the feeling that there's still going to be some trouble for some cities, and I know Arissa and the others are going to take a break, but I think I need something to get my anger and frustration out from what happened with Akuma.
You're going to go on a murder spree.
No,
Oh, okay, good. I was a little scared. Just a
so
little concerned.
I'm not that bad. I was wondering. I do have a costume from when I dressed up as a little devil.
Ooh.
Would it be a good idea to wear that and beat up criminals with that?
It wouldn't be a bad idea, I don't think. I mean, it'd be like a disguise, like that sort of thing.
Have you ever heard of that for the airplane?
I think we had a play about it that I watched at some point or something, maybe. I think the main character's name was something like Batman, and he had a sidekick named like
It was about
Robin.
a genasi that could not fly, and this is how
Yeah.
he got around.
All the other genasi could fly, but except for this one, he used grappling hooks and other tools.
Oh,
But yeah,
did he
I
did
could
he sound?
I could help you spruce up your costume a little. I am pretty good with costume design and
Okay.
building
Can you
such
help me with trying
guises.
to sound like, I don't know if he sounded intimidating or scary or whatever?
I do have a somewhat natural ability to change my voice. I could sound exactly like you, and he sounds like Tay. I can't mimic your voice exactly, Cole, but or I could sound like actually I can't sound like Orissa. She made me promise not to do that. I can sound like Alec though, and his voice sounds exactly like Alec for a second.
He just hears him sleep himself.
Imposter.
Question.
I could sound like pretty much anyone. The way that this character sounded, it was very gruff. It was like, I'm Batman. It was like he was almost growling as he spoke. It was very, very like I guess
So
disheartening to hear. Might be the right word.
growl. Okay. Actually, like that or no?
Maybe not like a full growl, but like get like a real guttural voice. Like say like I'm Tay. Like tell
Should I
me
use
where the
my
drugs
actual
are going. Like
Should I use my actual name or should I have a
probably
different
not your
name
actual name.
like
That'd probably be a bad idea. That's a good point. You're going around doing things that you don't want to get caught doing, right? That's the purpose of this. So like you
okay?
probably don't want to use your real name. You probably want to go with something else like uh the Green or like let's see his sidekick's name was something like that. So maybe like Green Goblin, right? Like Batman and Goblin. But like you could go like Green Goblin or something, maybe.
You
Maybe like
guys continue that whole conversation. I ain't gonna let you ruin all that.
Don't ruin my
I'm,
childhood, motherfuckers.
I'm gonna
tell me
keep
where
that
the drugs
intact.
are going.
But no, is from what it sounds like you helped Tay kind of make a solid costume that she was looking for.
Yeah, I can roll a disguise check if you want. I'm proficient with disguise kit.
I
Yes,
still have the costume from the devil costume.
Yeah. I would just be like working on to that. Would that be a charisma or a dexterity disguise kit roll?
technically a dexterity. It's
That's
not,
more good.
yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
I'll just add on to the devil costume, add like an eye covering if it didn't had one. Maybe like make it so the tail's a bit more rigid. So it's not just like dragging on the ground where it could get snagged on something.
Yeah.
Make it so that like there's a shirt that goes along. I don't know what the
Mhm.
costume looked like before. I don't remember.
They
That
had a
was
full
like
body thing.
yeah,
It was a while ago.
yeah. I'll add some muscle pads to it so it looks even buffer than Tay already is.
Did you put a cape?
Well,
No cape.
Did Tay want a cape?
No
Yeah.
cape. Gonna get stuck in the airplane.
You could go with like Devil Man or
no, every cape should have a detached cape button.
Exactly.
it's just fastened on with those little like clips so that it comes right off if someone tries to grab it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Can it have it be a similar color to Zoe's?
Zo is, does Zo wear a
Yeah.
cape? I don't
No,
remember.
no, no, no. Your skin
Oh,
color.
the light blue. Oh, you could go with like if you want the whole costume to be light blue, I could probably do that if you give me a whole day to work on that.
Well, I thought maybe the underside of the cape would be the light
Underside.
blue.
I could do that. Light blue underside, black on the top.
Yeah.
You want like Devil Girl, Devil Woman?
Green Devil.
Green Devil, that works.
I hate you guys.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll trademark it so like if they make toys, you and I can split the
TM,
profits.
TM, TM. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Maybe Blue Tornado could be your sidekick. Well, I'm
as
only here for 3 days, so
I'm about to make it.
yeah.
So on the day that Zoe does depart, uh, you guys pretty much having your farewells. It's kind of like really early in the morning to go ahead and get a head start to Scony. But you guys have your farewell to everybody, Zoe, and kind of start making away with Ore, and Ore, who just kind of looks at you all and is just, please, try not to get in any trouble while I'm gone. Please. Please. And it's like, Art
And,
starts
and
to
we
gonna-
promise
I'm
not
gonna
to
get-
get an orb stuck in Ore's chest.
He stops immediately, stares at you. He's like, no, no. I will
You're the one
turn.
who told them not to get in trouble.
I will throw you off the boat.
I will fly back on the boat.
No.
He can do that.
This will be a fun time. Ore, are you scared of potatoes? He says as he like puts his arm around Ore's shoulder.
As you do, you notice he kind of pulls out a potato and just.
Ah, I'll have to find something else then.
Oh my god.
But
Don't get yourself killed, shit.
let me. I'm going to go ahead and fly through the days. I'm gonna stop there for a moment. Okay. So as the days have gone by, you all slowly start to go off and do your own things. Between Tay and Orissa, just roll a d20. Let's see who goes first.
Ha. Beat that, loser.
Give me my natural
Roll a
one.
one.
Just
Roll a
give
one.
it to me.
Just roll lower. Beat that. I said beat that loser. Now I BM'd him into rolling lower.
Or roll exactly the same, so you have to roll again.
Hang on, it's
Ah,
rolling.
fuck off.
It's rolling.
See?
13.
Good
So,
job.
so lame.
4 times.
Okay. So, as the days start to go on, Arissa and Alec, as you two travel together, heading off between the capital, kind of looking around, trying to see things, just check on the capital itself to see how that's looking. Coming across information that I'm sure you would probably have stopped by just to check on the Guardians. Some of them actually have split to help control the other cities, since kind of also come to find out that some of the other cities don't have lords. And so they're just kind of there to help get things going. But then you hear from Voth that pretty much the capital, Coolridge, and Scony are slowly going to start pulling their resources, their people out, and relocate to the underground city that is right behind Zoradel. They're going to pretty much try to, whatever is left, form a new city there, since that has a decent amount of room, and try to pull in the supplies from each of the 3 cities to help build up whatever is in there and build it up more. Voth is already.
Don't mess with the spiders.
Yeah,
They're buddies.
they're aware, and they're going to try to make it where, not like kind of like close them off, but make it to where just normal people probably would not be able to traverse back and forth. But they're going to try to, in a sense, communicate kind of like with them, to almost like, hey neighbor, this is what's happening up here.
I mean, just mention us, so they probably know what the fuck's going on. I mean, they owe us big time, so.
Borrow a cup of sugar.
Both has stated that they've kind of stepped down as kings, both him and his brother. So they're going to just find a trustworthy, which they're leaning on one who seems kind of reluctant to not take it, but they're suggesting Vuba being the Lord, as she has constantly proven herself and have been almost in a lot of the conflict that has gone awry between Zach Caster and then the capital. Um, she's kind of reluctant to try to even take it. Whether you do you think you would try to influence her to take it or no, or just
Yeah, no, I think I would just look at it and be like, I mean, it's up to you if you want to take it or not, but people will look to someone, and if you're gonna do it, automatically might as well make it official, right?
okay? Um, so that's kind of about the kingdom status and what's kind of going on with every other city. You also kind of went and look at your parents' place. Like it's been partial destroyed, um, but you don't judging at it. You don't really think it's from like thieves.
I think I just have a rummage through it, look for the most important things, and take those with me.
Uh, but it doesn't look like things were taken per se. You don't really come across a lot of what you remember that should be in there, but you do come across like a good amount of the gems, parts of their each respective clothing, so on and so forth. Uh, I would almost say like a solid enough for a one trip way, just bringing this stuff back. Uh, you, from what I remember, you even tried to go to the fort and try to start having that look at.
Yeah, I just, like I would have Rest to learn to let me look at this book first.
Yeah, uh, you talking about Cell,
Pest
right?
him. Yeah, pest the cell. I'm like,
Yeah, he's in Zuradel at the moment.
I'll fly there anyway. It's like I'm
Um,
gonna pester him for it.
I'll say sure. He does a lot. He's just like, you know what, like you've done a good bit, and I was kind of like a little bit meanish, but at the same time, you did kind of betray me too. But you know what? Like if it helps out, here, so he'll let you look at it.
It's like, or it's just there, like looks at Alex, it's like, just give me a moment. Starts furiously scribbling things.
um, you so you kind of in the midst of doing that. There's been a moment where you guys do go to Witspine and have a conversation about trying to figure out about ways to get to the Feywild. And he tells you that he's able to as a city and not any really solid means of just single people. And so he's unable to help you in that regards. Um, and as far as he's aware, there's not really well known documentations of how to get there. Plus, it's kind of hard for him to go out and find those documentations as he's kind of stuck, quote unquote. But uh, you try to look around a little bit, try to find some information that possibly could be hidden. He helps you with much as he can, but it kind of feels like it's not a solid treasure trove of yield information. Um, but one of the days that you're at the fort, and Alec, you'll probably just either chilling or helping, depending on whichever you're feeling like doing. Um, as you're trying to slowly get these golems to try to come back online, to try to start cleaning up the place. Um, oh God, what happened to?
Is that at Ace's Sport? Just out of curiosity.
Yes.
Hmm,
Ooh,
what?
look at that grid. Oh,
I don't, what changed that?
I don't know.
Mm,
Wow, it's spicy.
You probably changed your grid settings. You
Not.
probably want to go back to Hex. It might have been accidental. It
I
might have
did.
just been glitched.
I didn't do it on mine.
Does anyone else have DM privileges?
No.
I'm gonna reset that, but just in case, because that's freaky to me. So, anyways,
Did Roll20 just have a glitch on their end?
possibly. So let me. I am going to do this real quick. I want to make that disappear as I'm trying to fix it. So, anyways, as you were trying to get this whole process going, if you refresh it, it seems to be fine. You notice a visitor who kind of starts to hover down from the sky, and as he starts to get closer and closer, you can see it is indeed Goro.
I was about to say, is it the golden bastard?
He, as he kind of just stands there and watch you for a moment. He's just, ah,
I just wave.
I see that you're trying to spruce this place up. I'm sorry for the damage.
It is what it is, right?
I can say part of me wasn't necessarily in control of that, so forgive me.
It's fine. This is more like a safe house in case shit goes down and, you know,
Well,
got a plan for the long term.
at least you're smart. I noticed
Some
that
people say that.
you're not with your group. Where'd everybody go?
Well, your sister died. In case you didn't know that.
Oh, I was aware.
They're doing. Zoe is getting his wife or girlfriend. I'm not sure which one of the two it is. I think his wife. And Tay is off doing Tay things.
I should stop by and say hey. But don't worry, I'm not going to kill her.
I mean, she's trying to do better at least. I mean, we did restore life. I hope. I don't know, water at least to that other continent.
You did. I was watching the entire time to see how bad you'd mess up. But to
You
be
didn't.
to be fair,
What?
you took care of it. And you even helped that city. So I will top my hat. Is this a hat?
Or is it
No.
tips her hat?
No. I'll tip my crown to you.
No, sure. Yeah, I heard you. Then now the Lord Protector of this realm. I mean, that's an upgrade.
I mean, that is what I was born to do.
I mean, if you're willing to take on that responsibility, go ahead. Not my cup of tea for sure.
True, but I think I have a more power to deal with it. So it's alright. But I thought I'd just stop by and you could see in that moment both you and Alex, I'm sure Alec would also be kind of standing there.
Mhm.
You notice he kind of stops mid sentence, and it's just like his face kind of twitches, and he like slowly raises his hand to hold his head, and it's like that's where he's like starting to look weird in a sense. He's starting to act a little bit weird, and he's just like growling, starting to almost doesn't necessarily seem like him with the small amount of conversations that you've had. And then he just
back.
and he just almost jets into the air. And as he does, kind of like passing the clouds where you can't really see him anymore, you can just hear like
I can still see him.
not past the clouds, you can't.
I'll move the clouds. No.
It's almost like
Control weather, just move the clouds.
Yeah, like A double spell out of nowhere.
it's almost like you can hear like a storm happening up there. Like it sounds like release of energy of sorts.
I look at Alan. I guess he's having troubles with his former self. I guess.
Um,
I just
No
wait
idea
to
what
see if he
that
comes
means.
down again.
he does
I
not.
used to be. He used to be something else before.
He does not come back down. You can hear the storm as it kind of like goes around, not directly above, but like miles in other directions as well.
And he used like as I was looking up. Well, he used to be a wyvern and then stuff. I don't know what he was before that. And he was a wyvern. Then he turned to something nasty and big, and then this.
Looks
I don't
like
know.
he's still something not so
I think it's
nice
uh,
at all.
I don't know. It's weakness.
Hmm. Seems like a pretty weird weakness to have.
I mean, it means that he's not stable at least.
Hmm.
Good to know. Anyway,
Uh,
how the fuck do we get to the Feywild?
but that out of the entire, uh, pretty much almost a month that you guys do, like 40 days is what you said. So that's kind of like what you've been constantly doing, plus going back and seeing your family and helping them out as well. So you've been kind of busy, definitely traversing the continent back and forth. Um, Tay,
Oh,
as
well,
as you started your journey, um, you started with the closest city that's possible, Scone.
Goni.
You started making your way there, and you pretty much started crime fighting. You go around looking for people who were obviously committing sorts of crimes, whether it be small as stealing, like, this little piece of rug or whatever, to something big as like trying to actually hurt people. You tried your best to quickly step in to stop it, and you made a very solid effort to not kill anybody. And you continue that process. And uh, very shortly within your travels, uh, you also come across a companion who seemed to have maybe have been stalking you for a little bit, but this one particular day you was able to kind of like catch him by surprise.
Yeah. Can you just turn around? This ain't working.
Oh, are you speaking to me?
Yes,
Oh, I
you've
wasn't
been
sure about
following.
that. Oh, I was a follow. Let me just step out of the bushes here. Hey, hi. He just
Hello?
a furbolg slowly stands up out of the bushes, almost 8 feet tall. I was uh, I was following you back there. You were talking to my grandfather, and I thought you seemed like a nice person to follow.
Hmm. Uh, why are you following me? Shouldn't you be? I mean, why are you following me? Shouldn't you be with your grandfather?
Oh, this seemed like it'd be more fun than sticking around back there, eh?
Hmm. Ah, I don't have an extra costume if that's what you're wondering.
Oh, I don't need a costume. My friends and I are fine.
Friends?
Yeah, my friends, they're all around us. You're breathing them in right now.
Well, you're just as crazy as your grandpa.
I'm not crazy. My friends are all around us.
I don't see him.
My friends are a bit hungry, though. I've noticed you haven't really been leaving much food around. Been mostly
You
eating
mean
off the
killing?
things I find around. That is the sort of food my friends like, yes.
Um, Well, I'm trying not to kill anybody right now.
Oh, if it just anything that's dead, it doesn't matter if you killed it.
Well, uh, my
Notice you have a goat
god,
bone on your leg. My friends might like that.
my goat bone.
The you have like a whole goat leg stuck to your back. It's very rotten. I don't know if that's safe to consume. I've been seeing you nibble off of it for a while.
It adds flavor when you see different colors of it
Oh,
growing and different stuff.
yeah. Some of that's my friends. Some of them kind of tagged on at one point while you were asleep. I sort of walked up and poked you. I wanted to see if anything would happen. Nothing happened. You're a pretty heavy sleeper.
Over the course, though, you kind of tried your best to this new uh, follower, but over the course of the month, he's kind of helped you a little bit in crime fighting. Uh, you realize that he's about the same as you when it comes to knowledge about cities and rules and pretty much everything that you think Tay knows. That's about exactly he knows. But
Mm.
I mean, he's at least book smart per se. But other than that, it's kind of about the same. But as you guys continue to travel, going from Scony to Coolridge, you guys notice that there is people who are starting to pretty much pack up and leave their cities, and with a little bit of word and you kind of helping guarding like some caravans here and there. So it's up to you if you want to take money from that, because some people kind of offer, some like I don't really have anything to pay you.
It's okay, citizen. I don't need money.
you
Grab me food. Food would be nice. Be real nice.
Food for my sidekick, cowboy. Would be
I'm
fine.
fine with that.
okay, okay.
I
So
look enough like a cow.
you guys
He
though,
actually becomes a cow after you say that.
oh god, uh, as you go from Scony to Coolridge, helping people just kind of traverse their ways and doing a little bit of your crime fighting in Coolridge, you noticed that you did kind of get like got stopped by a couple of individuals that you yourself easily picked up as were shifters, and kind of like a little bit of talk has happened, and they kind of laugh, but in a sense also just applaud you in a way. It's just like, I'm gonna watch this. Keep going. But you do find out that there seems to be a couple of shifters hanging around some of these cities, almost like guards, but they're just there. They're not acting like guards. They're not like stopping people from like arguments or whatever. But like if something bad happens, they're kind of there to step in. Uh, One day, as you are just traversing around, as you just got done capturing this one guy, and you kind of like tied him up and kind of like just threw him against the wall, so he's just sitting there. You and your new companion, Podan, who are talking, uh, your senses kind of go off. And as you notice, you see kind of like roughly a few feet behind you, Goro, who's standing there. And he's just. Crime fighting.
Oh, he's a shiny one, isn't he?
This is interesting.
Can I touch you?
Unless you like that hand to be cut off.
Can I touch you with my staff?
Do you want to keep your staff?
Mostly.
I would best not to.
You're inhaling my friends right now.
I wouldn't be too sure about that.
Yeah, they think you're inhaling them.
They are dying.
They probably are. They die a lot when they get inhaled.
They're dying before they get close to me. Is what I'm telling
Oh, okay.
you. But as interesting as this conversation is, you seem different. Not the costume. I could kind of care less about that. You're not. You don't have this negative energy coming off of you anymore.
Well, hopefully my trials with Malor, if that's what you mean.
So you are indeed turning things around.
Trying to. I'm trying to take the best step forward.
As he kind of leans down a little bit to you, and he's just, keep it up, and maybe I'll slowly overlook you. But don't think I have forgotten. As he slowly starts to lean back up, and during this process of he's leaning back up, you notice on his face, like, it's not that he's ever been like scary to you. He's just been more of this like kind of like sarcastic face. Like he knows he has power, and he kind of plays it off. Like, he's not too much of something. But it's just that arrogance as well. And as he's doing this, you even yourself feel like almost like the air had changed around you guys. And as he slowly leans back up, but sometimes, and he sticks his arm out towards the guy that you had against the wall, simple punishment isn't enough. And just this roar of flames from his hand just engulfs him. And there's a legit second of scream, and it stops within within 2 seconds. It was like more of, ah, and it's just silent as he's just releasing this huge amount of flames upon this guy. And he's and he just looks at his hand, and he doesn't even look at you guys, and he just kind of starts to look away and just starts to fly off.
He seemed nice. My friends want to know if you're going to eat that.
Well, as you even look back, it's just ash. There's
My
no
friends still want to know if you're going to eat that.
there's no
No, I
bones,
won't.
no meat. It's just a giant like burn mark that's actually kind of melted part of that wall. It's even like you've never seen intensity of that much before. And you've been around like two spellcasters, and this is something that's like just watching this even made like you just wearing this costume kind of like you're really like this is getting hot.
We should probably get a move on.
Okay,
Probably don't want to
I'll
stay this
just let my
far.
friends have a little snack, and I'll go over to where the ash is, and just as I get close, some mold just kind of starts to grow on top of the ashes.
It doesn't. It's so hot it burns immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah, my friends
they can
don't
have the goat
actually
leg.
like this. My friends don't
They can
like
have
this at all.
they can have the goat leg here.
Oh, okay.
Um
I take
I
it's bones at this point, but as I take it, the bones start to grow mold, and the bones actually wiggle a little bit on their own. Because you can actually cast Animate Dead on any amount of any amount of bones,
that's true.
DM Sama. So there's just going to be this one goat leg just kind of worming its way after us as we're walking.
Um
talk about time.
where do you think you would head next? Do you think you would go Capital Sanctuary Zuradel or Zuradel Sanctuary Capital? Just
Probably Zuradel Sanctuary Capital.
you do head to Zuradel, which you don't really have to do too much. It seems as the guards that you were kind of like able to save, and some of the guards that were still slightly saved from the infiltration team, which Brynjolf, Alistar, and Exulia are still there. Um, they are kind of well, not Exuya, but Brynjolf and Alistar, they are just kind of like trying their best to help out, but Cell, you've heard mention that one of the Guardians is here trying to help run things until they can get like a new Lord, as the previous Lord decided to go spend time with his family and head to Forpolis. Um, so there's not really much of crime fighting going on, but you do see all of the caravans with like coming towards Zuradel, and you can see like it looks like a lot of construction is happening within that cave that you guys discovered a long time ago. As you go to Sanctuary, you do notice there's not as many people as there were before when you guys went into Sanctuary before the fight with Lily. There's still a decent amount, but not as many as it once was. Uh, you do happen to come across uh, a certain brother and sister who are currently there, just kind of walking around. Uh, this is another place that you don't really do anything in because it's pretty much well defended as it is.
Oh, this place looks real nice.
Yeah, it's it's those shifter people that we ran into. It's their area.
It smelled nice.
Yeah, they smells interesting. I don't ask if they where they go to the bathroom, if they do it in their shifter state or their regular state.
It's nice to go to the bathroom as an animal. Feels different.
I wouldn't know. What? I'm probably gonna. I would probably go talk to Arissa's brother and Alistar's sister.
Okay. And if I am correct, give me a second. Oh no,
I'll do
no.
the Batman.
I hit something
Oh,
I wasn't
okay.
supposed to hit. Uh, da da da.
Mm.
Da, da, da. I thought, okay, yeah, you do go talk to Harry, and I already forgot what her sister's name was. Apparently, I don't have
What's
that.
her name?
I don't have that down here. But anyways, go ahead.
Hello, Harry.
Oh, oh, are you Tay?
No, I am not the one you know as Tay. Uh, I'm a friend of your sister and Tay.
He just kind of looks over to the girl and he's, what can I do for you?
Um, I was here to pass. Oh, I'm gonna pass a message that your family's down at Fruitolis, if that helps anything. And they do miss you a lot.
Thank you. Maybe if
Oh,
I'm
and
not busy, I can stop by.
okay. And I guess I don't know what her name is either.
I
And our
don't.
What's your name?
sidekick.
Oh, yeah. Uh, this is Cowboy. And well, to Alistar's sister. Your sister's in Zordel right now. If
I
you
am
want,
aware, and no, I don't want to talk to her.
well, at least give her a chance.
No.
My brother and sister are dead. I'd talk to them if I could.
It's okay. Mine thought I was.
Makes sense.
Anything else, little one? We have our rounds to continue doing.
Uh, No, that should be it. Um, and make sure you stay safe on your rounds.
Will do. And Harry just kind of like, thank you, and kind of they both start to walk away, and
Thank you.
you
They
can
seem nice.
you can tell that just Harry's kind of like that on his face. It's just kind of like I would like to try to go see my family, but it not sure if it's like something keeping him from not, or like if he's choosing not to. Uh, you get an instant cold vibe from the sister where she's just done, doesn't want nothing to do with her family. Um, Almost in retrospect, the father who is still alive here, she also just kind of like stays away from him as well. So it's just really a bad blood in the mix of that family. Um, but Sanctuary seems to be doing just fine. They are slowly getting uh, people who are interested in staying there. Um, so they're not getting like a huge amount of people, but there is some people coming there. And then you head your way to the capital, and that's where you kind of see flashbacks of the fight that you have and the gore that you've seen just even walking through there. Uh, there's a okayish amount of stuff to do here, but it seems like it's also been kind of kept under control. Uh, the uh, the tiefling, the Forsaken, they're mostly there in the capital, just trying to help keep peace around, along with Basira and Sabor, as they're both just helping out with much they can. And uh, go ahead and roll me roll me a d6. Ba-da, ba-ba-ba-da.
Hi.
Okay. Over the course of this month, you have received uh 5 dreams from Zoe. 4 of them, which were just kind of like the dreams that you all have talked about. Him trying to show you a little bit of things that of his life, and just little bits of different places. It's it's interesting to see a whole nother world that's nothing like this. Um, and it's almost there's been times where it's like you're looking forward to having one of those dreams again, to see something new, to see this whole other place. It's on the 5th dream that you get a different dream. It's more of a almost like a farewell type dream. So
The dream just starts off. You and Zoe are just sitting on a cliffside somewhere in the airplane, just overlooking basically endless sky. Um, Zoe's just kind of has his head down.
What's up, Zoe? You're a lot more quieter than usual.
Well, I've we made it to the island finally, and Orissa was right. The the bones by the lantern were what Orissa thought. They were my fiance. I did get the chance to have some final words with her, though. My genie provided the opportunity, and um, this is probably the last time we're going to see each other, ever. I've been presented the opportunity to go back to the airplane, and with nothing left here, really, and he still has some purposes for me back on the airplane, then I guess this is goodbye now. This is
I'm sorry.
um, you and I both know what it's like to lose someone. It's not pleasant.
No. It's
Here I was making some grandiose plans for what to do once we reunited, and it's all ash in my mouth, I think is the best way to put it.
or seawater in your hand.
Yeah, it's just not what you wanted.
I
Well,
I got to help people. I
hope the
got to.
costumes paid off.
It has. I Many people thanked me. They offered me gold, food, some of their own personal items,
You're a good person.
and
They've noticed it.
someone decided to join me. I know I told you about that earlier. He reminds me a lot of me in some ways. I he couldn't replace you.
Sorry. If
I
if you're ever in the airplane, um, have someone send me a message, I guess. Or if you learn a way to talk between the planes, I guess. I really don't know how to say goodbye. I kind of thought I'd just be coming back and staying here with Quarry, but that's not possible anymore.
Tay would hug him.
Zoe hugs back very awkwardly, as Zoe's not a hugger. Neither is Tay.
I haven't had many friends, but I think you're my best friend.
And you mine. I can't give you any physical items to keep at the moment. Uh, I'll try sending something back with Ore when he gets back to Phopolis. Maybe he can hand it over. But
Um, you said your family was a theater in the theater, so why not?
does that make sense to me?
I mean, yeah, you knew that they were in the theater. It's just you
I
wasn't.
wasn't involved.
Yeah, you
Okay.
wasn't a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Maybe you could start your own little theater with Green Devil and Blue Tornado.
Maybe tell some new stories. Tell stories of the great adventuring party that saved a desert and turned it into, or at least restored water to it.
Yeah,
Gotta avoid those snakes on the airplane, though. And as he says that, a snake kind of like wiggles out and like snakes past us as we're sitting on the cliff.
It tries so hard not to bite you.
Yep. Oh, it's part of my dream, so I'm
I
completely control.
I know that's it tries as much as life could allow. It tries.
It's just a normal snake. And I think there were like flying bears, so like a flying bear flies past as well.
Okay.
I don't remember what all animals we came up with. There were
Many.
yeah, but
Anyways,
it was.
it's
It's been nice. It's been I I'll miss you, Tay. I don't know how to express that.
Well, I'll be sure to tell Arissa, and if she knows how to, if anyone knows how to travel between planes, she should be able to. She's done some wacky stuff.
I'm sure she could figure it out if anyone could. It's been fun.
This won't be the last time I see you. I promise.
I hope not. Goodbye.
See you. Goodbye, Blue Tornado.
He just jumps off the cliff. And
Uh,
the dream starts to turn foggy.
As obviously hearing the news that another close friend of yours is now leaving to go back home, pretty much, you kind of like take a break a few days to just kind of process it on yourself. Um, but you do happen though to come across uh, Arissa, who was in the capital around the 40th day that you guys kind of got caught up in your own traversing stuff, and you guys did kind of reconvene, but in the capital, uh, as both of you kind of were doing other things. And before you guys start, as during this entire month, during this whole process, for both sides, there has been unnatural like signs that something is happening, something is going on. It could be one day as everything seems fine, the next day the winds could be almost rushing, almost like a roar. If you hear it in a way, it sounds like a roar coming out. One day the skies themselves, instead of the bluish like color they give off, almost like a blood red. Um, every now and then, almost like very small tremors across the lands happen. Just weird, uh, weird, unnatural nature-like effects that is happening periodically. Uh, that it just you can feel the pressure in this. That it's something you're just not sure what. But you guys are on the 10th day of the third month, which is uh Chasil. You guys uh unintentionally or unintentionally convened with each other at the capital. Just kind of like it happened on a pass by.
Full costume.
Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm Cowboy. I remember you. You talked to my grandpa.
Or just looks at it and just goes like, oh, what's this about? Did you go to a dress-up party or something? I didn't have parties here in the capital.
Not quite. I've been traveling through Scone, Coolridge, Zeridel, Sanctuary, the capital,
Busy.
fighting crime.
Respectable. Also, why are you here? You're not supposed to be with your grandfather.
Oh, he's dying. I didn't want to stick around.
Ah. All right.
More fun out here anyway. This is where me,
Yeah,
and points back to the goat leg that's still following them.
That's
yeah,
highly
he's weird.
disturbing. Okay,
Yeah, I know he's.
so what's your whole stick? Do you want to follow along with us and get yourself killed, or
You guys seem fun.
I wouldn't use fun. I would more use as people who get into trouble and have to fix things that put other people in trouble.
I tried to explain it to him multiple times.
I grew up
It's
in a
hard.
dungeon. This is a lot more fun than that.
A dungeon?
Yeah. I was tortured for the last 100 years.
You seem awfully happy.
I'm 103.
Uh,
Alec,
Well,
yeah,
is,
there's a lot here to unpack.
Alec is concerned.
Yeah.
You seem very happy about being tortured.
Oh no, it was very bad. Yeah, I'm just very happy to be out here enjoying the world. Very nice.
I mean,
I like this guy.
it, Ursa rolls her eyes at when you say that.
My
Well,
friends like you.
good. Well,
You're breathing
were
in
here-
my friends right now.
yes.
Your friends?
By the way, it smells very moldy when you're standing around this guy. Extremely moldy.
Or still like takes a step back and it's like, anyway, if you were here a few months ago, it would be a lot better place. But you know, it is what it is, right?
Oh, it seems like a pretty good place compared to where I grew up.
I mean, it used to be an actual living city instead of this, whatever this
Oh,
is.
this is like some of the most people I've ever seen still. Except
Mm.
for when we were at that one place where all the wagons were going down in the tunnel.
oh, yeah, we were in Cyrodiil for a little
it's
bit.
it's here in the capital. It's like out of just easy simple numbers. Let's say there was like 100 people in the capital, and after the ordeal with Lily, uh, let's say reduce it by half, so there's 50. There's about 25 like percent people here in a capital.
Yeah, that's why. Arissa knows how it used to be, so. Well, anyway, anything interesting happen?
We ran into your brother and Alistair's sister.
What's that shithole doing over there?
Well, he seemed like he wanted to see your family again.
I mean, it's all up to him, right? I mean, he left,
Ye-
so it's up to him to go back.
Yeah, I did tell him that they miss him. I didn't force him. I just told him.
Yeah, no. You can say whatever you want.
Alistair's sister, on the other hand, yeah, she has no interest in seeing her.
I mean, do you remember what the fuck happened there, right? Like she kind of
Yeah.
fucking fucked it
We all-
up big time.
we all thought she was. Well, she thought she was dead too, as well as we did.
Yeah,
So,
but then when she had the chance to reconnect, she decided to just go like, "Oh fuck you, man," and then fuck off. I mean,
yeah. Oh, their father's there too.
mm. Well, you know what? That's not our problem.
No. Oh,
Anyway,
Zoe is also not coming back with us.
okay. Because
Well, he found when he went to the island and his he found that his love was gone. He
versus just
said
damage.
that he said
Well,
he's
that was
gonna be
right.
going back to the airplane.
Mm. You know, like sometimes it sucks to be right. This is one of those cases.
Yeah.
Well, we've been trying to get to the Feywild, but that's not going so well. I mean, apparently there's not a lot of written things on it, so.
Well, I could
Alec
go
knows a
find
lot
some.
about the Feywild.
Well, boy, haven't you said anything this past month then?
I like him. I like him.
Wow.
Um,
Alec,
Keeping
you
the
do
important stuff till the end.
You do know a decent bit about the Feywild, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't know how to get there because you've never left.
He does have communication with Barnaby.
So do I, but
Maybe-
it's like, I don't know how busy he is.
Who's Barnaby?
Have you tried contacting him?
He's an owl.
Can I meet him?
Probably not now.
Maybe.
I
Potentially.
mean, I think Arista would have like staved off contacting until all worldly resources were expired, which they are kind of right now.
I can look like an owl.
Alec
me
would
too.
have attempted contact a few
I can
times.
look like a really big owl.
Um,
Ooh.
Out of just curiosity, how would you try?
Sacrifice potatoes at the altar of Barnaby.
I mean,
Yes, many potatoes would have been
I mean,
sacrificed
it's
in
not
his
a,
honor.
it's not a question of like if you can or can't. It's just a question like how would you try
Yeah,
to
I'm
go
just
about it?
I'm just joking. It's like, to give you examples, would you pray to him, like stuff like that? That's the kind of direction you're looking at.
Yeah, something along those lines, I guess. I'm trying to think about how that would look for Alec.
Because I mean, there's different ways. Like even for Tay, who tries to contact Maylor, it's just kind of like she focuses
Oh,
about like her surroundings, and then just like, hey, are you there? So it's not like she does
Yeah.
like a prayer
What's
or
up,
like.
bro? Where you at? No, I'm kidding.
I've been
I also built a shrine using a goat bone and some candy and some bird shit. So yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of different
Bird
versions of it.
shit.
It's been
Okay.
Yeah, it was something.
it's been a month and you haven't come picked me up yet.
I guess for Alec it would have been more like a meditative state kind of thing.
Okay.
It seems more up his alley.
Okay. You over the course of this month, as well as you try to contact and understanding what Orissa's goal was, you try to do this. You try to meditate, and it feels like you're constantly getting nothing. Like, not that you're not. When you try to explain it to Orissa, it's almost like you feel like it's working in a sense because you're feeling like that Feywild touch again, but you feel like
Right.
nobody's answering.
Lights are on, but nobody's home.
Yep.
Sad.
Remember, your dial is currently unavailable. Please try again later. Goodbye.
I guess
mean,
we
there's
have
other
rice
way-
and potatoes.
I mean, there's ways.
What about potatoes?
Do you like
She doesn't
potatoes?
like potato.
I've never eaten a potato yet.
Don't eat potatoes.
Don't eat them.
Burn them.
Burn them.
All of them.
Can I feed them to my friends?
No.
Oh, I
Spreads are
fed that
mold.
to my friends, and he points back to the goat leg that's moving like a worm.
Your friends can kill it.
I'm
though.
like this close to dispel magic it.
It's not technically magic. I don't know if that would work or not. Technically, just fungus. That'd be up
Yeah.
to the DM, but I think it's
I
technically
can burn
just
it too.
fungus.
It's whatever.
No,
Anyway,
burning might work.
I can psychically destroy all the fungus in
Technically,
it. I don't-
technically speaking, that singular goat leg has the stats of a full skeleton, and I don't know how that works, but
It's not.
rules
Go-
as written.
it's
That's
not.
how it
That's,
works.
It's not going to be doing
so-
any damaging anytime soon.
Yeah.
I can tell you that much.
Rules as written. That's technically.
What if he picks it up and smacks someone with the goat leg?
There you go.
The
Like
bone
a
might
little goblin
actually,
arm.
just break itself, like into dust.
It's kind of been eaten by mold for the last few weeks.
I think it
You
can
put
take some
mold on it when I
potatoes.
was
I
eating
just, I
it.
just look at them. Do any of your friends know how to get to the Feywild?
I don't know. Let me ask them. Hey, friends. Do you know how to get to the Feywild?
Are we meant to hear anything?
Are they gonna wiggle in
They
the
don't.
direction?
They
we're
don't
supposed
think
to go?
they know how to. I didn't.
It was worth a shot, right?
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, like he needs to respond, and now that he's not responding, makes you want to go even more. It's like,
No,
I don't
they
really
did
do-
respond. My
Yeah,
friends
but I'm
do.
not talking about you. I'm talking. Yeah, there's two conversations going on. This is hard.
Hi.
Hello.
It's like having a new partner or new member of the group again.
Hmm.
Oh, do I get to join the whole group now?
Only
Apparently,
if
Well,
you
right?
want to join us on the potato war.
Apparently we have
Can my
conflicting
potatoes grow
interests.
mold? My friends
You do
like
whatever
that.
you want.
Moldy potatoes are good by me as long as they die.
No one can eat a moldy potato except me.
I mean,
I
there's.
don't.
I
I've
mean,
never eaten potato though. So.
we could try getting. There's this spell that I can't do, but it works getting there. But I mean,
Oh, by the way, if you have food you want to eat, you might not want to bring it within about like 10 feet of me. My friends might get on that. You're technically
I
breathing them in right now.
but I have a sandwich in my bag.
It's probably covered in my friends now.
yeah, he's done that before.
Can your friends not touch me? Thank
So,
Friends, can you not touch her sandwich? Can you actually get off her sandwich?
what do you guys do?
I'm wondering, like in the capital here, like where the castle was. I assume there's still like they have like their teleportation bullshit there, right?
Um, I'd say even you probably asked like Cell before and like some of the others, uh, asking about information like that. And apparently, it was their druid friend who was still a statue, missing a head, was the one who took them there and back. They don't have a other
Azarius
That's
is
unfortunate.
Azarius is looking at thinking about that and looks at the guy. Her eyes narrow. You. What is your area of expertise? I see the whole buggy thing.
Oh,
What do you
I'm very
What do you
mold
do?
based. I'm like based around mold.
Yeah, but what do you do?
I can turn into an animal.
Mm.
I can do a little bit of healing.
Mm.
Not too powerful yet, but
Mm.
I can do a little bit.
You don't happen to know a specific spell.
I can make us more stealthy if that's what you're asking about.
You gotta be
Okay.
slow with him.
So say one of my friends is dead and missing a head.
Hmm.
And you're
I
like,
could
hey,
bring him back as a skeleton or a
could you
zombie without a head.
could you bring them back as something else?
Uh, I'm not quite there yet. No.
Okay, so you're
I could make a
well,
flame that never burns out.
or like Arista makes a flame appear in a hand. Oh no, disappears.
I can do some healing.
Well,
Locate
Okay,
some plants and animals.
you. No, I do the healing.
okay, since you can't
We
do
can both
that,
do some healing. If you go down, I'd probably heal you first. Other than Tay here. Tay's been real nice to me. Sorry. Am I
no,
okay to use your real name or no?
no,
Okay.
not yet. Not with the costume.
This is the Green Devil. The
the
Green
Green
Devil
Devil.
here, I'd probably heal first.
Oh fuck my life, I hate this. I'm gonna send them. We're just gonna stand there. I'm just gonna send a message to the hag in the force, see if she's still learning kicking.
Okay.
It's gonna be like, sup, still alive. I'm trying to get to the Feywild. I assume you know how. Yes, I know it's gonna be a trade.
I do, but you may not like who you have to talk to.
Oh shit.
Okay, who do I have to talk to get to the Feywild? Which asshole do I have to convince of getting there?
Who's in control of this forest?
What, Lucian?
She doesn't
I don't
respond.
know. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. I look at the new friend and be like, hey, do you like shifters?
We've met a few. They smell nice.
All right. We're gonna go try and convince one of them to send us
You
to the
smell
Feywild.
nice.
Do I?
Yeah.
Or is it goes like so?
Probably, probably
I smell
smells
like
like mold though.
I smell like nothing. So I don't know.
Marissa took a step out of the mold cloud. That's
Yeah.
invisible to the naked eye.
Yeah, I just like you said that that they were on me, so I just took a step back. Well,
Oh, we ran into a Goro
yes.
too.
Yeah, we too. But then he
He
like sort
was
of like
nice. He was shiny. He burnt a man to a crisp.
mm.
Kind of smelled
Did he
nice.
looks at Tay. Did he also glitch out and fly off like something's going wrong?
Not quite. He made it a point to say that if I keep going the path that I am now, he will overlook me. But then he also killed the guy that we captured or to arrest.
No, he seems a bit unstable. Anyway, that's his fucking problem. I gave it. Well, probably will be our problem at some point. I'm quite sure. But I'm more.
No,
I want to
alright,
fix this thing. So you up for talking to Lucian? See what it's up to. See how pissed off he is.
Who's
Who knows?
Lucian?
He's like you know those shift people. They have like the one that's like the big honcho, the big man.
Well, he's the one in control.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, we're sort of on like iffy terms, I guess. I mean, who knows? I mean, like I've heard some rumors about shifters helping people, so I don't know how much is going on
Yeah,
there.
they've been guarding some of the towns.
I mean, maybe he wants us to be gone anyway, so who knows? I mean, kind of the Feywild, just so you know, might be a one-way trip, but we'll see. I mean, it seems our friend here likes to go on new adventures. How about going on biggest adventure of them all, going to another plane? You up for that?
Feywild might be nice. Maybe there'll be something there that'd be useful.
Maybe, maybe not. Probably a lot of shadowy things.
Wild stuff.
Yeah, I'm worried about it. We're not meeting so much Feywild stuff as the other thing.
That.
What other
Mm.
thing?
You know, there's like you have like green, and then the opposite to green, like black, like
No, the
dead
opposite of
things.
green is purple.
Okay.
You're
Anyway,
talking strictly on the color palette.
yes. And anyway, Arissa points at the dead trees in that forest. Probably more of that, and then Luke points to the other side where there's still forest than that. That makes sense.
So dead trees.
Yeah, like what's not the Feywild
I'm not
supposedly.
living and dead.
Yeah, we're like dealing with probably a lot of dead bullshit. Anyway, okay, flying.
Oh, you're
Plans?
talking about the Shadowfell.
Good. I mean, like I don't know how much you know, so I'm trying to explain.
They
this a bit
mentioned
like-
that at one point during our travels, I'm sure.
Okay, good.
Oh, sorry, Green Devil. The Green Devil mentioned that
Great.
to me.
Like we know that she's called Tay. Anyway, can you fly, or do I need to carry you?
I can become something that flies. Why do you go into a giant owl? You said you turn into a giant owl? Aren't they
Oh, eagle.
slower?
Eagle.
Oh yeah, the giant eagle'd be better, I thought.
No, the owl's only if you want to see the things very good at night.
Yeah. I can become one of those.
I mean, both become one of those, and let's go follow my lead. And let's go to the place where they sleep, where the wolves sleep.
Where the wolves sleep.
Mm. Bakar.
Okay, so you guys from the capital are going to go ahead and fly to the den.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm still wearing my superhero costume.
Yeah, maybe you have time to take it off on the way.
Okay,
If you
so
want.
for this,
Turn into an eagle, but the way that I do it, the mold just starts to like form onto my body until it reaches the size of an eagle, and then like the eagle kind of shakes off some of the mold. And it's like has feathers, but like there's mold tucked in between the feathers and stuff.
It looks like
Mold-
a dirty eagle, like extreme dirty eagle.
Dirty Eagle. Is
Very
that your
nice.
call?
You know.
Is that your call sign, Dirty Eagle?
Yes, this is the dirty eagle
I'm
coming
gonna
in.
I'm riding a Rista Eagle.
Dirty Eagle coming in nasty.
Okay.
You know what's happening?
Um.
better
So
than the summer sausage at least.
so we're.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna say this, that getting there is pushing the sun a little bit. It's kind of starting to go down, so you know it's pretty much starting to get late.
Yeah, just fucking land right in front of his fucking den.
Um.
I
So
can't in my
as-
civilian clothes, so
as
I'm no
the-
longer Green Devil.
Okay. As you guys start flying and heading in that direction, it wasn't even long just until you even started seeing like a couple of the werebirds kind of like hovering slightly above the tree lines, almost mimicking your following to see where you're going.
Maybe just beeline straight from
Yeah.
into that place.
As you guys do go to land, kind of like before, you are kind of surrounded by difference of the werebirds and wolves. Not as many as before, but just an okayish amount to definitely cause a problem. Like if you guys cause a problem, like there is still enough to very worry about.
I figured.
As you guys go and land, the one that is kind of like standing as guard, like you don't really see anybody kind of close to any of the fires. Since it is warming up because it is like right now. It's like, oh no, it's decent temperature. It's like somewhere between 70 to like 75.
I mean, we also
The warmest
ruined
I've
the,
ever been.
we also ruined the cold shit up north. So
Yeah,
I didn't know there was anything cold up north, so that's good. I guess.
I mean, there used to be, but then we fucked it up.
I
Well,
mean,
not
my
we
grandpa
technically.
did mention that, but like,
Anyway,
So
I
as
just
we're
assumed it
having
was
this
winter.
conversation, whilst these people are looking, these people, like, if we don't talk to them, they're gonna try and kill us. So, and we need to focus. That way.
But we were here just not long ago, right?
no, you
Yeah.
You
This
never-
isn't sanctuary.
no,
No.
No, we're not the
No.
same. We're in the den. This is like another
Where-
place.
yeah. Tay never walked through the den. I can tell you that for sure.
It's nice in here.
What's her name again? Is it Silas or Xilsis? Whatever her name is. Is she there?
She's not the one like at the front gates. Is that like who?
God
you're-
damn it. No,
It's just a regular kind of like guard who's at the gates, and he's just
'cause I noticed she was pissed off.
they know who you guys are, and it's just, what can I do for you?
okay.
Apparently we need Lucian's permission to go to the Feywild. Something along those lines.
I don't know what you're talking about. You can hear kind of like from the back. It's okay. I'll talk to them. And you guys can see, not, you guys only met him once, but the white-haired elf known as Leokin, as he comes walking out.
Oh, I remember that name.
So, you're here to come to the Feywild.
Yeah, we have a fairly big issue going on there.
There's an issue going on everywhere.
Yeah, but this is more personal. It has like two of our personal interests.
Well, I'll go let Lucian know, but first, he's probably going to say no, unless you agree to help him in his problem.
And that is.
Yeah, we'll
What?
hear him out. Let's just we'll make a deal. I knew I was gonna make a deal either with him or the fucking hag, so it's like let's get on with it.
Well, I can go ahead and tell you right now what it's going to be if you want.
I mean, I'd rather hear it from his mouth.
Very well. But, I wouldn't try any tricks if I were you.
No. I mean,
Kind of starts.
my hands are tied. My hands are tied.
As
worry.
he
We're
kind
friends
of
with the Green Devil.
Your hands aren't tied.
As he
No,
kind
it's
of
an
See your
expression.
hands right there.
as he kind of like starts to walk towards the entrance of the cave, he kind of looks at everybody. He's like, "You guys can go back to work." Looks back at all of you. Follow me, and starts to head in. And so you guys kind of following right behind. About like 2 to 3, if not 4, of the shifters do kind of follow, but they're not like guarding you. They're just low key behind. It's Leokin hasn't told them no, but hasn't like commanded them to follow either.
Yeah.
But as you guys kind of start to go through this cave, and it's a little bit of like kind of like a small wind. It feels like a very slight decline until you can like start to see the light coming from the other side. And as you guys kind of break uh, through the entrance or exit, depending on how you're looking at it, it is a massive cave system that actually looks incredibly beautiful. There's, unlike the trees above, the trees down here are more almost sparkly-ish in a way. Like it's bright in here. You're not even quite sure where the light's coming from. There seems to be a water source, and you guys are just walking on like a little bit of a side of this cave, slowly declining down. There is what appears to be like kind of like 2 waterfalls kind of coming in, filling up like this little pool that slowly sinks out and kind of like sinks out through a cave at the bottom. You can see nice looking houses, whether from uh, pretty much like carved stone or trees, clay, wood, just whatever. They were able to get resources when they built this a long time ago, but it's not what you ever imagined this to be, especially when Voss was going about it of like how she disliked it. Here it's like it's a whole it's a whole new world.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
friend
What
likes
was
it
like?
because it's
Was
nice,
dislikes a lot
cool,
of
and
things.
damp.
um as you guys continue to go down, you also noticed um on a side, almost like a little hill that is establishing a solid tree that kind of slightly outlooks all the others. You notice um there is like a spike that was there. Like it's the spike itself is still there. Or right next to it is like a very small like burial. Um Either Tay or Arissa, if you guys want to make a history check, you could.
Wait, let me just roll my daily bullshit.
Roll your daily bullshit.
Yeah, use my daily bullshit now. Nah, I'm gonna save my daily bullshit. I'm just gonna roll straight history check. Where the fuck is it? 15.
Okay. Tay's ain't never
You want me
coming
to
in.
roll?
Yeah, you too. There it is.
8.
Okay.
8.
You don't know this, Tay, but Arissa, you get a feeling that's probably somebody that used to be maybe important, who's probably was once on that spike and has been so far taken down and actually buried.
Hmm.
If you don't remember, uh, there was a commander who was helping you all.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, or it's just nothing because you know how Tay's gonna react.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So-
it's like I assumed.
But Tay, you don't know it.
Or it's just like staring daggers at Tay, even though Tay can't see it.
Um,
You're too tall. I can't see it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why she's doing it.
uh,
Using her power.
you can actually notice there's about not that many, somewhere like in the midst of like 5, but you see like what appears to be at least 2 kind of like bear cubs playing.
Okay.
So let that sit where it lies.
They seem like they're having
But
fun.
Leokin is just guiding you guys to where he's taking you. and as it kind of slowly curves around a little bit, and then it kind of starts to zigzag down, uh, you kind of walk through this environment, and again, it's still just it's nicely done, and it's very surprising to hear how like this place, like how is even this place not affected by what's going on up above. Um, but you guys end up in front of like what appears to be a almost like a, I'm gonna say a 15-foot wide opening of a cave, and it's like completely dark inside. And as you guys are about like 20 feet ish like away, Leokin just stops and he's just, if you be so kind to wait here, I will go and get him.
Sure.
And starts to head in, and it's like as he starts to just step in, it's almost like parts of him are just disappearing. And
Well,
probably within 5 minutes or so, you see that he emerges, and then about like 30 seconds, then Lucian emerges with three other wolves who kind of seem to be slightly in the midst of the shadows, as they're just hanging back right there. And
Yeah, at least like I was just sitting there like thinking, at least they respect us in some way, knowing the amount of destruction we wrought.
um, and once again, you guys seeing this very well built individual, as he is wearing kind of like just simple clothing, having the hood slightly above his face. You can see he appears to be like uh, just a white male, but he wears like almost like battle equipment, but not like what you would see on a knight. Somebody that you might see who gets close to close. Um, but as he kind of steps up with his arms slightly behind his back, well, welcome.
Nice place you
Thank
got
you.
there.
You seem pretty nice.
Thank
he's
you.
a new friend. Yes.
It's been a while to some of you.
Yeah, busy dealing with artifacts that shouldn't be meddled with and putting them back where they belong.
I see. Alec, make
Indeed.
a
Uh,
just make a history check, Alec. Okay.
Ooh, ah,
Pretty good. Pretty good.
You know exactly who this is, and uh,
Cause he fucks shit up.
okay. I would like everybody to mute but Alec.
Okay.
Uh
Late to
oh.
know.
Uh oh.
I haven't had one of these in a while.
You mean deafen?
Deafen, mute, do whatever that you can't hear me. Alec,
Hmm.
this is one of the council members of the Beast Court.
Oh, I see. Okay.
He is pretty much one of those. Um, yes, he is one of those high figures that like the people in the Beast Court, especially in the Feywild, because you know that they all have courts. He is one of the like members. There's only, let me look because I want to tell you correctly. And it's supposed to be the members of the court are like representations of a bigger faction. He
Mhm.
is one of four
Mhm.
that he represents, and so it's like you heard the name before and you're like you're not sure if it's him, but then when you saw him, you don't really have interactions with him, but you know exactly like, oh, I know why he might know how to get to the Feywild because he does a lot of business there. as obviously trying to help keep things in control and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Okay, so let's move
I
around.
presume this is something I wouldn't share with them, or should I? I don't even know.
At the moment, you're probably just listening.
Mhm.
And so like if you want to try to whisper to one of them, you're allowed to. Um, so it's really up to you.
Okay.
Cool.
I think Cole just left.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Sucks to be him.
Well, he's behind Leroy now, but
See, look, he's here all along. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's here all the time.
So,
Werner.
as he starts to talk, well, I'm not necessarily one to beat around the bush, so why don't we go ahead and get right to the business?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I could have gotten it from your friend over there, but I was like, I feel like we're better acquainted than that, so
I would
let's
like
get to
to.
business.
You're right. I would like to think we're at least neutral. I mean, hopefully you don't have any ill will towards me anymore.
I mean, I've never met you, so I'd hope we were neutral.
He just doesn't even look at you. It's like he
I'm
Like-
put in.
still doesn't look at you.
Like everyone said, well, looks at him.
He seems cool. I
I
whisper
mean,
to
well,
Tay.
ill will. I mean, it's always gonna be some resentment, I guess. But anyway, so I heard you had problems. We want to get to the Feywild. What is your problem?
Did you really get my dog?
Yes.
Yes.
I need you to help me within the Feywild.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
It is. And it's only because you need to go and I know what you're capable of, you should be a suitable match to help me with what I need. It's something small, and once I obtain it, you are free to go about as you please.
Do we ever think in small things? So what is your need?
He does kind of pause and stares at you, Alec, for a moment. He's just, how did you get here?
Alec
Looks
kind of
like-
hesitates, and he's just, "That's my business." He
He's
doesn't
just,
feel this is something he would share so lightly to someone.
you're right, and it's just he's staring at you, not like with intent of like murders or anything, but he is just staring at you awfully hard, and he's just, secrets may be, sure, keep them. I need you to help me in a challenge. Let me be a little bit more simple. All Lord is currently missing.
Who? Oh, your lord. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood.
I am part of a council of a
Mhm.
court, and the Lord is currently missing, and he has yet to claim a right hand.
Mhm.
So, it's been a while. We need a right hand immediately. And I'm going to make a challenge. I can have a few of the members agree with this with this obligation of mine. But one is going to challenge me about it. And he's a very crafty individual with a very unique sense of challenges. I think the best way to get him on our side, my side, is to challenge him with his own rules. And if we beat him at it, he will surely agree with my statement.
Is this gonna be like a fight, or what kind of challenge will this be?
He's
Maybe
not
dealing with a
he's,
fake creature.
he's not necessarily much of in the fighting. He's more of, and he kind of looks at your wrist, kind of like you, a thinker about strategies. If he can find a ways to get out it without fighting, oh, he would. He acknowledges the strength that is needed, but at the same time, he's not one of strength. So, that is my deal I'm willing to make. And let me be honest, because I feel like I owe you guys some respect, and hopefully you owe me the same. And like you said, I'd like to view us on neutral grounds. This won't be any kind of deal. I'll be making a very special deal, and if you try to go against it, it will have repercussions. If I try to go against it, it will have repercussions.
Hmm.
Hopefully that's understood.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I'm
Natural 20.
Ooh. Ooh. Juicy.
You're not ever sure about how you trust this person. You heard of bad deeds from him, and then closer to in a time of need, he's kind of like one of the ones that came out of nowhere and helped, and is here recently been obviously sending help. So how bad could he possibly be? And so it's kind of like he's definitely a neutral person. This is something you feel as he's spitting the truth, and there's no other way around it. That this deal will pretty much like be the legit deal.
So does he want us to help him look for the leader, or this is him? This is Podan asking Ursa, or to help him win some sort of challenge?
We're trying to win favor so that he can become something more,
Okay.
to put it lightly.
You
So
may
we're trying to.
you may discuss it amongst yourselves if you want to talk first. This is something important. So please.
I mean, I honestly just want to go there, and this is just the easy. No, I wouldn't say the easy way. I mean, it's like it was gonna be a hassle no matter what. So, I mean, it's all of you up, right? I mean, it's gonna be challenging for sure. I mean, we might not come out of it alive, but it's gonna be interesting.
We haven't died yet. Well, some of us haven't died yet.
Mm. I mean, as
I
long
came
as
close to it.
I mean, we have two people who can keep us from dying, I suppose.
Better than one.
How do you want to be kept from dying? You want to be like Wormy was, or
No, alive like this. Anyway, any protests? Any second thoughts? Anyone who doesn't want to do this? I mean, no.
Alex fine with it.
seems fun enough.
You can trust him, I think.
I mean, I trust him as far as I can throw him, which is not very far, but I mean, I think we can still get to a. Like, she knows full well he can exactly hear what she's saying. Like, but I mean, like, a deal is a deal, and we'll see where it goes from here. I mean, you have to start somewhere, right?
Yeah. Alright.
We'll do it.
If you trust, if
What?
everyone else trusts him, I guess I'll trust him.
I mean, I did say just that I don't really trust him, but I mean, a deal's a deal, right?
Yeah.
All right then. So here's how it will be. Before we agree on this, the deal is I'm taking you to the Feywild, a place that you are wanting to go to. In return, you will help me with a challenge that will hopefully be in my favor. You are not allowed to throw the challenge. You are to try your
Okay.
best.
Even if
If-
we
Yeah,
fail,
Risa reacts offended at like
Even if we lose, as long as you tried your best, That is all I
A
can ask.
challenge like a rock? How would we throw it?
No, let me finish.
Purpose.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry about it.
First off, nobody would be dying. These challenges don't tend to ever take lives.
Mm.
And second of all, if we succeed in this challenge and we win, I'll throw in a bonus. I will allow Voss to come here and to rule over in my stead. If she wants to make the oath that's once again to restore this, she can. She will, of course, be under me, but it's a little bit more than what I might be getting out of this. And after the challenge is said and done, you may go off and pursue whatever you feel fit, as you will no longer be bound to this deal.
That's legit.
Are you gonna be our way back? If we get
I mean, but,
get our
I mean, if we fix what we're setting out to do, we'll have a way back. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're gonna have to make some deals over there.
If you need a way back, you can just come talk to me.
Okay.
That makes it easier. So you don't just like side of the deal is like, have you heard anything about the Shadowfell being a bitch over there?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, good. Like I assumed as much, but that's the whole reason why we're going. Anyway, yes, we'll do the deal. Yes, we'll do our best, and even and insulting me with saying that we'll throw the challenge—that's just an insult. You know, I never throw a challenge.
True, but to be on the safe side, it is best to cover all bases. So, if you would like, you may rest here for a day or two. I have a little bit of things I need to do here, and then I will be heading back, and you will be coming with me.
Hmm.
If you would like, you may go ahead and tell Voss if she wants to be here now, she can. In case if you
Sure.
guys do not know, the other bear commander that she brought down to try to, I guess you could say, raid me. I don't know. I don't exactly know how you would. Regardless,
I mean, they lacked vision. That's for sure.
I I gave them at least an applause for at least
Are they
clearing the
blind?
trash off my lawn.
What? What did you say?
I asked if they were blind.
No, they were. It's a proverbial. It means that they were lacking like a plan. Anyway,
She is currently here. I allowed her to rebuild her bear tribe once again. If that does not show continue of my ways of
okay, yeah,
things.
now I remember. Like now I remember who the fuck that is.
We thought he was. I mean, I'm trying to remember it too, actually.
No, it's like we freed her from that weird magic prison, and then she went to go.
Her
Doesn't he
name.
that what's
her-
his face? POTUS's brother. Is he here as well then?
Yeah. No. Unfortunately, he went back up north.
Mm.
Surprised they actually
Oh.
came down this far, but I allowed her to stay if she'd like to rebuild. Now she's
that is
very optimistic about it, and I have my reasons why I did things. So,
I
please,
suppose I can tell us.
you may rest here, and if you have any questions, you can ask Leokin here. And he just kind of does a slight nod to you all, and he's just, If there's nothing else,
Not really. Apart from I'm gonna be casting some spells, so don't be alarmed. It's protection and stuff.
you do as you see fit. And he just turns away and he uh who has a very good passive perception?
think it's-
Unless you want to try to hear this.
I mean, is something being said?
I have an 18 passive perception.
I think Alec has like 17, 18 or something.
Gosh, I remember when I had the highest passive.
Gosh, I remember when I had a passive of 22.
He kind of goes up to he like kind of just looks at Leokin, and you guys first off can hear this. He's just find them a suitable place, and he's very well. I'll find a good one for them. And for the ones who have a really high, he kind of goes to the three that are kind of like slow, like barely lurking in the shadows. You catch almost like the beginning of each of their names, and it's like a C, B, and a S, and it's just no, sorry, C, B, and an I, sorry. And he's just come along, and he kind of walks off, and they slowly emerge out of the shadows and kind of follow right behind him. Leokin kind of steps up. Well, that is extremely good news to hear that we're now partners. So, if you would like, I can show you to the place you would be staying. If you want to stay here, of course.
Sure. I mean,
He said if we
otherwise
had
the-
any questions, we could ask you.
I wouldn't ask a lot.
Oh. What kind of questions?
Those.
like, so how it works with most people, they don't have a lot of patience, a lot of questions. So So unless there's something really important, they tend to not answer like a bunch of random questions.
Is there a bathroom around here?
Yes. What do you think? We're savages?
No,
I'll sh-
I was just curious.
I'll
where
show
it
you
is.
to your place. And he just starts walking.
It's like Arissa's like, do they actually have plumbing here?
um,
Right.
you guys kind of, it's not necessarily far. Like, it's about like almost like a block away, if even that. But it's just a kind of a relatively small little place. You guys go in. It's kind of like made out of stone that was used just around the cave part, but there is like furniture, beds, and he kind of does show you like the bathroom, and he's like, the bathroom's back there, and I mean it's not plumbing, but it is a bathroom.
Dang it. No
Dang
plumbing
it.
in this cave.
No plumbing. No plumbing in this goddamn cave.
I'm sorry, we didn't have
One star
contractors
on
when
Yelp.
we built this place.
Like Arissa takes out her phone, she's like, 1 star, no plumbing. Pretty scenes though, so I give it 2 stars.
One
Like
and a half.
the view is great, but plumbing's kind of killing it.
So he's just, if you need food, there's, well, typically,
We get around.
yeah, there's not stores here. It's just a place of living. You could ask, trade, maybe.
We can make it a pair of
Good
I
job.
don't have Zoe for that.
convenient, right? No, Alec can do it as well.
And I'll be on my way. And he just kind of walks out.
Bye.
He seemed nice.
I mean, they're all
Hey,
kind of
here-
okay. It's just that we at the start they were kind of hostile to everything, and they kind of fucked up the trees up there. Like it's their fault.
So they're
Like, they
the reason
broke-
the trees are dead.
Yeah, they broke an
So
oat
they're
or
not
something.
nice.
They're
I mean,
They're
it's not like
nice-ish.
it's like you can't really project what one person did on the entire group because they're sort of
I
like
mean, trees have feelings. Good too, though. Like,
yeah, but let me continue why the way it is the way it is because that guy that we were talking to before, that's like the the big guy who's like like making deals and shit. Like he kind of broke an oath, or like the guy before him broke an oath. I'm not sure. I've forgotten by now.
It is
Something like that.
Lucian. Lucian has broken the oath.
Lucian
Okay,
broke the
like
oath.
okay, it was him. Okay, good, it was him. He broke an oath, and because he broke an oath, which is supposed to protect the forest, like the forest was like, so. But then that doesn't really like it's not like the other people made that choice. He made that choice to do that. So they sort of follow what he says
oh, so the big rude one is the bad guy.
in a way. I mean,
He seems
let's hope. I mean, if we do what we do, then a friend of ours can come in and she can go fix this problem, and then everything is.
he was like the gold guy. The gold guy wasn't nice. He wouldn't let me touch him.
Yeah, they're like people who have too much power and think of you as below them. Anyway, I need to go. I need to go
I was
message
only. Is he over 8 foot?
Who?
Lucian.
Lucian.
No.
I mean, I was bigger than he was,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he can beat your ass.
but
in
I
like
was
a...
the big guy.
Well, he can beat your ass fairly
I could
quickly.
have turned him into a chicken. I think.
I think he's quite resistant to that.
Not yet. Maybe in the future I could have done that. I can't yet.
Anyway, when we go to the Feywild, I mean, it's gonna be interesting, and whatever challenge is going to be, I mean, be prepared for a lot of weird shit. So you know.
Okay. Arissa, I do
Yes.
have a question. Not
Hmm.
relevant to the Feywild. Would you know how to get to the airplane?
I mean, it's sort of along the same lines. I mean, like eventually there's a spell that can do it. I haven't really heard about airplanes specifically. I mean, like Feywild, I've heard some rumors, but airplane, I've never really researched this. I mean, could go to the library, the living library, and see what he knows. But I mean, eventually, once we're powerful enough, I could teleport us to the airplane, any plane for that matter. But that's further off, quite a bit off. But
Yeah.
I mean, if
just
you otherwise,
go
always
see
make
Joe again.
deals with entities, find like an air portal. I don't know. There's a lot of potentials.
Making deals with entities is already a been there, done that kind of thing.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I haven't done that yet. It sounds like it could be.
I mean, we
fun.
did it now, essentially.
Bad
In a
idea.
way.
I mean, you made
mean-
the deal. I was just tagging along.
I mean, yeah, but we get something out of this for once. Like normally you don't get anything out of it. You sort of do something for the entity, and they go like, "Haha, fuck you, you get nothing," and then they fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
They like they
Oh,
make you do something they really want, and you get like this much in return.
Or they change your skin color and stuff
You weren't
like that.
always green.
No, they were like sort of like gray, blue, blackish.
So, is there anything you guys are doing over the
I'm just gonna send a message to Vos.
2 days?
I mean, yeah, I can send a message to Vos for the fun. Gotta send a message to the library. It's like, hey, we're going to the Feywild. Write this shit down. The shifters know how to.
Should we also?
And then he probably goes on a
tell her-
fucking rant, right? He always goes on rants when I talk to him. The library.
He does, and he's it's almost like starting off like he's asking you a bunch of questions on like who is it, and then it's kind of like he's answering his own questions.
Yeah, he's
And-
like, oh, so it's Lucian, right? It's Lucian. Yes, Lucian.
And he'll pretty much like tell you like, I forgot about them. Oh, like how like it's a rant, but it's almost like about himself now.
Yeah, okay. I just like it was just like
I
it was just
forget.
in the corner with this amused smile on her face because she's just listening to him rant. She likes him ranting.
And it's like I don't know, and you don't know why, but anytime he responds back, the spell doesn't end. It just
yeah.
it's like there's more of a time limit than there is a word limit. So it's like you knew, like when you message him, like you have to like give it like a couple of minutes to not be
Yeah.
doing anything, or you just be hearing that all in your head.
Oh,
The one guy that
hey
can break
Alex.
all rules in my campaign is him.
Yeah. And I've just sent voice messages about it that she can come here and we made a bargain.
She questions it entirely.
So much
Sucks to
better.
suck. Sucks to suck. That's what it is. Get your ass over here.
Get your.
A mentally scorpion drag her over here. So Alec, we're going back home, right? It's your home, right?
Yep. My home.
I mean, it's probably gonna be really fucked up, so you know. It's gonna probably be looking like our home, really, which is also really fucked up.
I mean, it
So you
wasn't
know.
looking too great when I left. I just hope my people are okay.
Well, let's hope that this challenge isn't too much of a hassle. I mean, like, as long as we try, right? Even if we fail, as long as we try.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how hard it's gonna be, and then we're off to go do our own shit, and then we're actually probably gonna be in a great risk of dying. Especially considering we were dealing with the realm of death. Fuck.
Gonna be
I
a
hate
great
all
What's
of
wrong
this.
with dying?
You, you're not
I don't
great
want to
with the
die.
vote of
I don't want
confidence.
to die. Hello? Like,
But it
you
just
don't want to
comes.
die.
It just comes at the end of life. It's just a normal part.
Yeah, at the end of life, not when it's prematurely ended.
Dying's not great. Let's just put
Good
it
to
like
know.
that.
Arissa doesn't want to die early.
But I mean, when it ends, it ends. There's no
Yeah,
prematureness to it. It just happens.
yeah. Sometimes
I
it's
mean,
in
you're
the
not
middle of
technically,
battle.
technically you're not wrong, but I'd rather die of old age than die being slain in combat.
Oh, it's a better way to die.
So,
Of old
It
age or in
is
combat.
uh,
combat. I mean, old. Yeah, yeah.
we're
Combat.
going to take a very small break. Wait. And so, get a very small refresher if you would like. And as well,
Talk.
the players will be leveling up their characters to level 10.
Woohoo!
So, they're going to be doing that in
Brain.
just a second.
Barbarian
We'll be right
is
back.
level 10.
I mean, 6 is respectable. That's 2 below my maximum.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yay.
They are rolling their hit points as Tay gets 5 hit points. Not the greatest. That's awfully
I
low,
get fucking.
Tay.
I get 6. That's amazing for me. Fucking wizard.
That is definitely amazing. Our newest member, Podan, who got a natural 10 on his.
Yeah.
Well, a natural 8
Uh,
+2.
Alec, if you want to roll a hit dice, we'll see how much your HP increases.
Which one do we roll here?
It's the one that is below temporary hit points. You click on the word hit dice.
Yeah, just click hit dice, and it should tell you you go up by 8. So now your maximum hit points is 8, or not 8, but it's just 8. It's just 8.
It's just 8.
You wish it was just 8.
I do. It'd make it a lot easier to just punish you.
Yeah,
but
you have become a noodle.
A very furry noodle.
Then you'd be actually weaker than an elderly furbolg.
But yeah,
Oh my god.
that is great. So I'm glad everybody got you. So as the 2 days have gone by, Alec, out of curiosity, what would you do out of these 2 days?
Following what's just happened, or
I mean, yeah, like just
I'm just
kind of
trying to figure
like
out where we're at.
you're still like in this den. You're just waiting for Lucian to get done with whatever he's been doing because he said he has some business here, and then he's going to head back. So you guys were waiting for him to be done with whatever. So you're currently just at the den, still on the material plane, just chilling.
He would be trying to contact Barnaby still, trying to commune with him in some way.
Okay.
Every day, pretty much. That's his main goal right now, because obviously coming back to the Feywild is a bit of a...
Okay. There's a certain point, depending, like, I guess you'd probably be mostly staying with everybody. Leokin kind of comes back and, where's your lion friend? Oh, hey, can I talk to you for a moment, please?
Sure.
Okay. Just, follow me. And he kind of walks out. Do you just follow him?
Yeah.
Okay. As he walks you down this dark, spooky alleyway that I'm just kidding.
I have good luck with Valleywood, so let's just say that right now.
He kind of just walks you back in front of that cave where you guys were talking with Lucian, and you can see Lucian is standing there, and there's nobody else, and even Leokin, who kind of like brought you there, and he's just kind of does a slight nod and just walks away, and Lucian's just standing there. It's very interesting to see your kind here on the material plane. Now, I'm not going to force you to answer my question on how you got here and why you're here. Really, it's none of my business, but I would like to just ask one more time. And if you decide not to tell me, that's your business. So, how and why?
On a need-to-know basis, I'm here to help this group, and that is all. The how? I have no idea. The why? That's a bit more,
Who sent you?
I can't share this detail. Why do you want to know?
Curious, first off, on who's sending people to the material plane. And if it's to help these people, it's very interesting on who's wanting to help this group of individuals. But it's not necessarily the main reason why I brought or asked for you here.
What would that reason be then?
I'm wanting to let you know, me being the first person to tell you, so that you have a moment to take it and understand it, and hopefully you don't mess up the deal that was recently made. Because I would hate for something to, well, I'd hate punishment to happen to you on something that you don't necessarily meant to break. Right now, your clan received a very harsh beating. They were on the front lines with the other Lionkins, Leonins. I'll get it right eventually. They was on the front lines with the other Leonins, trying to do what your clan does best: keep people alive. That's why they were there. But there's a reason why I'm doing this push, trying to quickly become right hand, because I feel as we may not have enough time left. Apparently, some of the traitors amongst my own ranks are now joining with those forces from the Shadowfell, and prove to be slightly outmatched, or outmatching our front line. Only some were able to come back, the rest are trapped currently. So, the quicker we get this challenge done with, the quicker I would like to send some forces down there to help them out, and to quickly get them out.
How do you know this?
You know who I am, right?
Yes? But how do you know this about my clan?
Because Pyrrhus had informed me. And for your information, Pyrrhus is the member that oversees all Leonins. You haven't met him, but you know that he is a Leonin who represents as many Leonins that come together under this banner, under the Beast Court.
Okay.
We have almost no choice as we're slowly running out. They've already captured one city. We're trying to keep them from the capital, where the court mostly is. But we had to relocate a lot of the members to our last city, just in case. So I wanted to let you know, so that you don't go rushing off and breaking the deal. Not that this deal means a lot to me or you. I just don't want something bad happening to you over something that, if you give it a moment, you're able to go and help.
I see.
So, is there anything you need me to do?
No.
Very well.
Just keep your end of the deal.
My deal is simple and will be kept. I have no plans on betraying anybody. I don't know how long you know this group, but they're not ones that need to be screwed over even more than what they have been. I'm just trying to get things on the right track. And I am the one who does what is necessary to get it there. But if you have no questions, no favors, then please, you may go.
Alec kind of disappears by himself for a bit to think, because this is kind of like hard-hitting news. Because he had always hoped his clan were safe. At least that's what he was believed to know when he left. Yeah, this isn't good news.
So, on the 13th day, Leokin summons you all, saying that it's time. I'd say Voss had just like early in that day, she's like gotten there and kind of like filled in on some of the details, and it's just kind of like we'll wait and see. Um, but you guys all gathered yourselves, standing in front of this giant cave, and it's just Lucian who's already standing there like early because, as he states, he has things to do, no time to waste. So, as he looks at you all, are you ready to begin our journey? If you're talking to us, Leo, are you muted?
I'm going to use my feature that I now learned with leveling up to level 10, which is the third eye, which means that I can see invisible creatures and objects within 10 feet of me at the moment.
Okay.
So you know, whatever, if there's anything invisible within 10 feet of me, I see it.
Okay. How long does that last?
For as long as I want it to.
Fair enough.
You see an invisible cloud of mold continually around Podan in a 10-foot radius.
You see how Arisa like looks at that, like her eyes light up. She sees that. Ha! Takes a step away.
Tay who's just standing in it, like oblivious, like.
That looks messed up.
Every once in a while, he'll like look in a certain area where there's like a thicker grouping of specks, and then he'll look away.
I sure hope Arissa gives like little warning standing to people. You might want to move away from there.
Hey,
Your
Alec,
fault.
go stand over there. Go give Podan a hug.
Alec, get close to me. Like you're almost in it. You're like almost touching it.
In what? What are you talking about?
The things, the flying things.
Wait, you're saying his friends are real?
Yeah, they're real.
I thought he's just crazy.
Yeah, that too.
You actually believe that crap?
I can see it.
I think Arissa's lost it.
I think she has too. And I was a
Go-
superhero for a month.
Look at Lucian. Go, these people can go fuck themselves. Let's fucking go, man.
Lucian, who hasn't even looked in that direction, he's just. Okay.
Lucian probably smells the cloud from far away.
He knows it's there.
He has smell vision.
Smell vision.
He turns around and kind of starts to walk, and he's just, all right, go ahead and follow me.
But you do actually, as you can see invisibility, you see every time anyone inside of the cloud inhales, just a whole bunch of the spores go in.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
Rissa in the back like.
Just like standing right beside Podan, just going.
the
Oh
Oh,
my
I'm
god.
not doing it. I'm staying
the
away from you.
the three
You
people
don't
that
know.
the three people that tends to constantly be around Lucian wherever he goes, they're like right behind him. As he walks through the cave, they walk through, and as you guys start to walk through as well, um, it's almost just like picture like an illusion where it's just a black wall in a sense. That's what that darkness is, to just keep almost prying eyes from one or the other, from one side to the other.
Wow.
And as you guys kind of like continue to walk, it's not like it's a decorative like cave thing, but you can see this does appear of almost like a barbaric like area. Um, you guys actually see like a few doors as he's kind of weaving you in and out, and you kind of come into an area where there is a there's like a fountain that's a pretty decent size, and it has almost just like blood coming from it, and it's just like a cyclation of this. Behind that, about like 10 to 15 feet back behind it, is like a door frame with a door and all that, with a sigil marking on it. If anybody can read, it's just saying it's like a Sylvian language. Uh,
Ooh, I read
Alec, you should at least, from being from that
Oh,
land, you
damn
should
it.
be able to as well. It's just,
God damn it.
it's not like
I know
saying,
Elven.
it's not saying like Feywild. It's just saying uh, like entrance.
Damn it. I know
If
Elven.
Um,
only I
I'm
used
still.
the greater comprehension part and I read it. But I want to see invisible shit instead.
You see a 10-foot cloud of invisible moldy spores.
Okay.
as you as you all kind of like gather in front of this fountain, and he kind of turns to you all.
20-foot diameter because it's a 10-foot radius. So
That's that's
Maybe we shouldn't be taking this thing with us to the
that's going to
Feywilds.
that's going to be that's going to be kind of awkward, I guess, at the moment, because this it's not like a giant chamber where you guys are in.
so
Like-
all the moles crunched down.
I'm like blowing a little bit of wind. Like, get the fuck away from my face.
Lucian turns to you all, and he's just, before we go through, I have just a very few rules I'd like to mention before our deal is finished. Number one, do not accept any deal from anybody. I don't care what it is. Don't accept anything.
Does that include you?
No.
You should be wary of every deal. Doesn't matter who it's from.
Like from now on, no more deals. That's what he's
Okay,
trying to say. No more
starting
deals from
now.
now. No more deals.
But what if they offer to kill all potatoes?
No, no more deals. You're gonna pay for it with your tribe, so don't do it.
She's
Just
saying
saying.
I need
Just
tribe to
saying.
kill
You're-
potatoes.
she's saying your tribe is secretly actually potatoes, and you're secretly actually a potato.
No, let's continue. Continue.
Number
like,
two is that when you are following me into the city and into the court, do not talk to anybody. Just stay quiet and just follow me. I will give you a sign that's just like an open palm in a way, but it's he still kind of have his hands behind his back, but as he's heading it out to you, if you see it behind my back as an open palm, you may kind of think of do as you please, but you're still a representative of me.
cool.
Once our deal is done, you can ignore these rules and do anything as you wish. I would still highly advise to always have number one, I'd hate to see people of your caliber being fucked.
Yeah, no. It's like I am well aware that the Feywild is never make a deal. Ever.
Good. Now then,
And I think look at they. I think some people here already had their fill of deals anyway.
Yeah, I'm good.
that's good. If you have any questions, please just wait until we're not necessarily alone, but not talking to anybody, and you may ask them freely.
I can
And
make
he
private.
he's not looking at anybody, but he's saying this almost like he is targeting somebody, and it better be a good damn question, or I swear you will be practiced. As he turns around,
I have a question.
he
Gotta
pauses.
be a good one.
Yes.
What is your opinion on potatoes?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna like, or is this like picture a gun like?
I also
just a-
have a question.
It's just a prank, man.
Let me just.
What is
Yes.
the most dangerous thing we should look out for in the Feywild?
Potatoes.
That's a good question, actually.
Oh shit, he actually asked a good question.
At this
God,
current
I'm
moment,
not
The
stupid.
potato part is like on the side now.
he
The
kind
infantry
of
part-
he slightly turns back and he's. I'm sure some of you have seen an elf before.
Killed a
Yes.
few.
Good. Imagine them a little bit shorter and more gray-like skin. And I'm not talking about the ones that they call the drow. In case if you don't know, these seem to be more fiendish in a way, because as the moment, those are the people we are fighting.
Mhm.
Or
B.
elf.
The Feywild doesn't necessarily have a night cycle, so it might be a little bit awkward for some of you. But occasionally, the queen or king makes it happen. It hasn't been for a couple of centuries now, so I wouldn't be expecting it anytime soon. But be wary of any shadow-like places. That's where they mostly travel through. But it's hard for them to travel pretty far in the Feywild, so it's easy to keep them contained where we have them at the moment. But where we're coming out from will be nowhere close.
Well, let's get to this challenge, shall we?
So he kind of goes up to the door, and as his back is towards you all, you can see like he's doing some kind of like hand motion, and the sigil kind of lights up for a moment.
Reaper tips.
He opens it up and just walks in, and then the three people that were following him also following right behind.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
All three of you, or not all three of you, all four of you,
All five, my
and-
friend as well. My friends as well.
they were being left behind.
They come from my body. They originate from my own filth.
So that's
Can
what
I
the
just
smell
cl-
is.
So if I clean them up, does it stop?
What happens if
Nope,
we wash him?
As soon as it comes off, it just continues to regrow.
There's a delay in it if you want to try.
Can I dispel magic? Does that work?
Unfortunately, it's like more
Is it-
nature-like effect than magic effects.
Can we not
I'm
just
just
put him
gonna-
in a shower?
I'm just gonna like continuously agitate his back where I'm walking behind him, so I just don't get things in my area.
Podan, you do feel like a weird disturbance just kind of like behind you, as there's not. It feels empty behind you.
I try to exert myself to grow more mold back there. As it's
I
weird to have that
double my
emptiness.
I double my efforts.
I start using Druidcraft to make more mold grow.
I have
Oh
my
my
servant waft the thing as well there.
there is a war going. But
Someone's gonna use a spell slot.
as you guys go through this door, uh, you kind of come into just another, almost like reverse, right? There's, uh, as the door opens and you guys walk through, you see like another fountain there, but it's water instead of blood, and it's he's standing there like waiting for you all, and as all of you have come through, and like Arissa, as you doing that thing, uh, just roll a d20 for shits and giggles.
It's
Shits
just a
and
cantrip.
giggles.
It's just a cantrip, okay? 5.
Okay.
Don't know what the 5 means.
You don't notice this, but like as you kind of come through doing all of that, you kind of come into like a very quick gust of wind that you have no clue where it comes from. But it's like Podan, you feel like as you kind of came through, it's almost like you kind of came through naked for a moment, and as you kind of stepped further into the cave, you're able to kind of build back up a little bit. And as the rest of you kind of close, Lucian shuts the door.
Meanwhile, back in the cave, there's just a cloud of spores there. Like, where'd he go?
Let's go.
You guys kind of following him. It doesn't lead to like the big chamber like you saw as the den, but just a more slightly different, where it's kind of like just a cave, but it's like heavily guarded. And as you guys kind of like walk out into this bright light, you can see just immediately the difference. Why don't, as I explain the difference, here's the difference.
Oh my fucking god.
Let's go ahead and
Oh my eyes.
But it's no longer the sand court. It's water court now.
at the current
Mm.
moment.
No, I know exactly how the Feywild works. I'm just bullshitting.
But yes, you guys like are instantly greeted by just first off, the smell and the wind itself is already different. It's more of a pleasantry. The grass itself is about somewhere between ankle to like knee highs. It's just flowing with the wind itself. The
That's really
trees,
high.
you notice the trees kind of resemble the same as it does back on the material plane.
Hi, grass. Can I pet you?
But the trees don't look like as dead as they did on the material plane. They still have like a semi elegance, but then some other trees that you've looked are like, I feel like that tree would grab me and eat me if I walked next to it. It's like, do I know it does that? Probably not, but I feel like it does. As he kind of steps out, he's just like allowing you guys to adjust to this. Alec, you're finally back home. It's been a little bit, but you're back home.
Kind of takes in a huge breath of air. Home sweet home.
Casting banishment on Alec. No, just kidding. And back you go. No.
No.
Goes back to the material
I'm gonna be
plane.
stuck with the potatoes forever.
He goes right back to the material plane in the cloud spores.
Yeah.
But like rotting potatoes everywhere too.
Yeah.
The pure nightmare.
Yeah. Anyway. I don't
Uh,
cast banishment, but like
as he's just standing there and he's just, well, let's get started, shall we? And
Yeah,
just
this grass is nice.
starts walking. And
Or she just makes like the zip it motion, like no more talking to anything, even the plants. Like even the plants will make deals.
After saying
Don't,
it,
don't
Odin's
trust
over here.
any of it.
Hi, grass.
Alec
Can I
looks at
pet you?
Orisa like, you're fucking crazy. The grass doesn't do anything.
No, I'm just
Odin's over
telling it
here.
for.
Hi, grass. Can I pet you?
I'm just telling
leaning
it for
down
his
to it.
sake.
Alec has like no real.
No,
There's
you cover all
Alec,
bases, okay?
you do know that the grass, while the grass is just more like lively, the grass don't make deals.
Yeah,
Odin's
plus-
down there
And-
asking the grass if he can pet it.
And you see, like, yeah, you see Podan asking to pet it, and it's just like Podan's like waiting, but you're just staring at him like this. Whatever he is tends to travel to different planes.
Do I get any sense of what the grass is responding to my question?
They're just there flowing in the
Grass.
wind.
Damn it.
I pet the grass.
The
It
grass
likes it.
doesn't talk, man. It's just
You
grass.
you pet the grass.
I like
He's
Orisha just following
purred.
Lucian around. Orisha just keeping his mouth shut, following Lucian. He's like, fuck it. If he stays behind, he stays behind.
Lucian's walking. He's
I follow and continue to pet the grass as I follow.
okay. As you
Yeah,
kind of
I'm-
continue petting the grass, nothing happens.
If it's
Ali-
up to everyone's knee and ankles, that's up to my head then.
yes, yes it is.
Alec is seriously debating why Barnaby sent him to work with this group.
I don't know why I brought
You
that
know,
up. I'm so
While
like-
sorry.
watching
this
the
guy-
grass petter, like what?
I mean, like, he's new. Not Barnaby's fault.
I don't know. Alex seems to believe there's a reason for all this, and he's now starting to think there's a reason for this weird moldy guy. But I don't know, man.
Moldy guy.
I mean, fuck if I know about this weird moldy guys, yeah.
So
He's here to mold our enemies.
you guys kind of following along with him, and you can see different creatures. You can see like pixies kind of a little bit in the forest as they're going, and you guys kind of came to a path that's not like it's not like somebody went through and laid out gravel, but it's almost like the wild had made a path that is easily traversed by all creatures. And you can see, all different sorts of creatures, but where you guys are walking, it's like they are almost like making, like going around you. They're making an open spot for you guys to just walk through. There's not really, it's not like they're scared. You don't get that at all. It's just kind of like, they'll like look and see who it is. There's some who kind of like even wave like at Lucian as well. And he does kind of like give them a hand up or kind of nod, but he just continues walking. He's not talking to anybody.
God, he's friendlier here than he is back in the material plane.
Is he doing like the Queen's wave or something?
He almost close to it. It's just like hand up.
And Lucian just going, still facing directly forward, just in his peripheral, sees someone wave and just goes,
Like he's not looking most. It's just up. Ow. Ow. But you guys get to the Aaron Alari. And Alec, this isn't necessarily your side of the woods, but you've been here before. But it is just a nice city, but it is crowded. There's more people than you would expect in this city. There seems some to be possibly on a panic side, some to be worried, some to be trying to just like get out of my way. I'm trying to get here. Like I'm walking here.
I gotta work in 15 minutes.
And that was 15 minutes ago. But as you guys were just walking, that kind of like hole that was being made is still being made. As you all are just walking down, and you're kind of heading to the what would be like a kind of like a town center, like where you guys can see three very particular individuals who seem to be kind of like up on steps a little bit, just watching people. They're not saying anything, but they're just watching people. And they almost instantly all spot Lucian and the group that is following him. Uh, as I look at them, I will post them here in a second. But you guys can see a very tan like Leonin who's wearing heavy armor, and you can see all sorts of like sigils all around him. One in peculiar that uh, Alec, you would know is the sigil of your tribe, which is like kind of like right here underneath his eye a little bit and to the side. Uh, Alec, again, you haven't really saw this individual before, but he is one of the Beast Court members that tends to put sigils of whatever type of Leonin clan that comes under the this court system.
Okay.
The second individual you see is uh, a hobgoblin, as his entire skin is red. He is incredibly skinny, with kind of brown, like slicked back hair, wearing like a blue robe, um, and he himself has sigils all around, like all across his arms. Um, Arissa, you would notice this as they are like spells.
Mm.
You're not sure why, but they're like almost like the incantation to something of a spell. And there's just like all across his arms that you can see. And then for the final, you guys see a kind of very small in stature, but just looking at him seems very ferocious as a white furred bugbear, as he's standing there. And one of the kind of like three features about him that you guys probably would pick up, and it's almost depending on which one you would pick up, either the whiteness of his fur, that you guys not really have ever seen a bugbear that like with white fur, either the red glowing eyes that's his eyelids, or the metal arm that he has on his right arm.
The metal arm. That is so fucking cool.
But they all three are standing there staring at Lucian as he's walking towards them all. And that is where we're in tonight's session.
No.
Hey!
End it slightly early. I'd hate to, but
Level 10! Level 10!
so you guys have made it to the Feywild.
I cast the spell magic at 5th level at that guy. All the spells disappear. Get the fuck out of here.
His arm is useless.
You see he just shriveled up to like a tiny little thing. He's like, oh no! And like runs away. I always
See,
do
Lucian.
that.
Hey Lucian, the challenge done, right? Hey, easy.
He looks back at you and he's just sweating. He's like, please don't do that again.
It was easy, one spell. He's gone. He's out of here.
But no,
Banishment. Just banish him.
you guys are now in the Feywild. So we'll pick up on that next week, and we'll see where this challenge takes us, and see what further awaits our adventurers in this new plane of existence.
It's like, I'm wondering at this point, are we adventurers or just people on a mission?
You were just mercenaries without getting paid.
But are we mercenaries if we're doing it for our own?
hell
for-
no.
if we're doing it for if we're doing it for our own personal cost, then we're not mercenaries anymore, right?
We're superheroes. I mean, one of us is a super.
Well,
like,
I
one of
mean,
us
you're
is
you're
like I'm
you're
a
a
certified
vigilante.
superhero. I'm a certified superhero.
I don't know, like, you guys are doing things for your own self-need, sure, but, like, you're just kind of, like, accepting offers left and right, so it's kind of like mercenaries, but, like, instead of getting paid, you're like, I want this instead.
Yeah. We're not mercenaries per se. We're just people
One of us
doing
is
things
a
because they want
You're
to.
the most weirdest mercenaries anybody's ever seen.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like who needs money when the world is burning down, right?
So with that, thank you all for joining, and it's been a long time. So I'm glad that we're able to get back to this routine, and so I'm extremely excited. Like I could keep going all day long, but then
Yeah.
like let's not.
No.
I'm calling the work. I'm calling the work. Problem.
No. We would like
Because
it, knowing you guys. You'd beeline it as fast as you can to things, and it's like, oh, everything's done. Okay.
let's get the
No,
fuck
no.
out of here
I,
again.
I,
Later, nerds.
I think DM has lost content. This is the real story.
Yeah, like this is it. This is
He's like, I'm done, guys. I've lost creativity. I don't know what to do.
it. I don't know what else left. Like,
I mean,
it,
at least I
Got
managed to.
him.
I stumbled onto the way to get into the Feywild by talking to the hag, and I was like, "Hey, hag, bitch, you probably know." And then
Tad
I was
bitch.
like,
I'm su-
that was what I was thinking.
I'm surprised you remembered her.
Oh,
Of
we
course
can
I
wait
do.
until a couple levels for reincarnate to come.
I mean, no, I want to do this shit now. I don't like the reincarnating that person is just like like being nice to them. It's like I don't really care.
So
They wouldn't even get their old body back.
I hope you
Yeah.
all join us next week as we come back and continue this wonderful mess. So as
Yeah.
usual, I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful night, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.